Good morning. This is JahLogic, and you're watching The Morning Rant. And with me, I have my co-host for the day, Schoolboy. Schoolboy, what's up with you, player? Mike is on Teddy Riley. You already? Okay. Schoolboy had to go get that coffee brewing from that pot.
I was like, I hear something sizzling. Good morning.
No doubt. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you? How's the
good.
weekend?
I'm good. Oh, man, tiresome. You know what I mean? I feel like I went clubbing. I think we're going to have a good quarantine winter. You know what I mean? Doing long nights, streaming content over the weekend. You feel me? So Saturday night, we had a movie night here, the first annual movie night on our Rant Network. We showed Monkey Gang, the mockumentary. We showed Wanderlust from one of the guys who was in Monkey Gang, the mockumentary, Cactus. And then afterward, we showed a few short films from him, a gang of music videos. So that shit really wore me out. And because, not necessarily just because we was up late, because I can handle that, but because I had to wake up early to produce Straight Up in the Morning, our weekend morning show. You feel me? And then, of course, not getting no sleep that day because I was up early. Getting up early the next day, you feel me? Usually weekends I like to sleep in. Can't do that anymore.
Right.
So, a little tiresome. You feel me? But at the same time, worth it. So we had a lot of fun. And I think this winter, as we go into this quarantine and we go into this last quarter of the year and in the first quarter of the next year, I feel it's promising because I feel we got a great team. And I feel like there's a lot of great shows on this network. And I've been having some meetings behind the scenes that I'm not going to, talk about too tough, but it looks real promising for us. And I have a lot of people waiting in the wind to start their shows as well on this network. So I feel like, if we're going to have to stay home, I think we're going to be able to do it in style. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be able to hang out with people no matter where they are in the country. And we're going to have fun this winter. Just stay your ass in the house if you ain't got to go outside. Stay your ass in the house. You feel me?
Right.
And we're going to take care of you. Hemp Lord says, Hemp Lord. Salute, Hemp Lord. Light up. You know what I mean? Get that morning spliff ready. Mills Lane says, salute to the ranters in the chat. Salute the Mills Lane. And Brooklyn Honcho says, yo, what's good, big brother? How you doing, man? And Brooklyn Honcho probably came up later, you know what I'm saying? So salute to you, brother. Let me see. Virginia Slim says, peace and good morning. Peace and good morning to you, good brother. How you doing this morning? Sister Antoinette says, good morning. Good morning to you, sister. And I don't know if you're where you're at right now. I know you're really busy. I know you're doing a lot, but in our Instagram group chat, I did send the link. And I'm definitely going to go over that Puff Daddy situation today. So, internet. So, if you want to pull up, pull up. And Brooklyn Honcho says, JahLogic sounds like good problems. Yeah, it's definitely good problems. It's not even a problem. You know what I mean? I was just, when he asked how I was doing, I was just stating that I was a little tired. But it's definitely not even a problem. You feel me? Furthest thing from a problem. But if we would call it a problem, that's what they call first world problems, right? So but definitely got to work hard out here. That's how we eat. Just one love, aka Kalila, says Grand Rising Ranters. Grand Rising to you. She was up with us late Saturday night as well. She stayed the whole time. We did a 5-hour stream Saturday night. So that was pretty dope. We was up till real late in the morning. Hemp Lord says salute to you, good brother. And definitely, like I told you in the past, I look forward to working with you and all you do to advocate for CBD and all cannabis. Eki says, good morning to you, sister. And I see the great things you're doing. I always come on, you know what it is. We family, but if you ever want to bring your talents to the Rant network, feel free to holler at me. I know you do the dance classes online, and you also have a lot of dope entertainment for young people. So if your queens want to ever bring your talents to the Rant network, I will gladly, facilitate that. And Lorvell says, what's good? What's good with you, homie? What's cracking? Good to see you. Good morning. And Schoolboy, you about to get your coffee, huh? You about to get that coffee. Yeah. And Chris Jones says, top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, good brother. Good morning to you. And Antoinette is laughing. And Keenan Kong says, salute to the nose gang, basically. Salute, Keenan Kong. Always good to see you as well. As it says in the title, we thank you. You know what I mean? And it's saying we thank you because today is somewhat of a best of. Well, it's supposed to be a best of episode, but I doubt we all going to be able to come on and give our best of moments. So we might have to make somewhat of a little bit of a, short documentary on season 1 and give you guys our best moments from season 1. Season 1 was definitely lit, to say the least. You know what I mean? Schoolboy, you there? All right, there we go. There we go. So I was saying season 1 was definitely, lit to say the least. You know what I mean? I hear a little bit of echo. I hear a little bit of echo. And we might have to do like a short little documentary or something of the sort. You know what I mean? Based on all our favorite episodes. So we might not be able to do that today, but we're going to talk about our favorite moments, but we're still going to bring you some news. And Keenan Khan says, Logic, aka Suge Knight. Well, I'm hopefully I don't end up like Suge Knight. I'll just say that much. You know what I mean? But Eki says, blessings, much appreciated, fam. Yes, no doubt. Thank you. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on the check-in, real talk. And I do hope we get to build. And she says, proud of you. Thank you, sister. I'm really proud of you, and I'm just glad to play my part. And I love all the great things you're doing. And let's get it going. Brooklyn Honcho already he did his homework. So, we sent the people out with homework. We told them, what's your favorite episode and the timestamp? So Brooklyn Honcho already has his. And you know what? Since he said it, I think I should pull it up. What say you, Schoolboy?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Honcho, if you want to cam up, you know what I mean? I'll play it when you cam up. I'll send you the link. Just cam up and we'll play it. And before we get to that, one of my favorite moments is when Schoolboy was telling people that he's a member of the tribe. And J Doug would say, member of the tribe. And that was a reference to Schoolboy actually having a bar mitzvah, right? So and today is actually a holiday, a Jewish holiday, right? Yom Kippur. Am I
Yeah,
saying
Yom
that?
Kippur. Yom Kippur, yeah.
Can you give us a little description on what that means or what is Yom Kippur?
Well, it means almost broke my fast, but it means that yeah, but it means that God opens up the book of life and you want to ask for forgiveness for the sins that you've committed knowingly and unknowingly. And so there's a celebration around this time of year for that.
Okay, so I seen some footage from the celebration, and I believe what is Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I believe this is Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I sent it to the group chat. I don't know if you've seen it, and I'm gonna play it, and maybe you can narrate it or tell us what we're looking at. So here we have some animal rack. What the fuck is wrong with me this morning? Some animal activists pulled up on the celebration. And yeah, I'm just gonna play it, and maybe, like I said, you can interject and let us know what was going on.
Your logic. I can't say that I appreciate that you put me on the spot with these Ashkenazis, but I appreciate that though.
So explain to the people what the Ashkenazi Jews are. Explain what that means, Ashkenazi Jews.
Well, they're just European Jews. You know, they're
They're,
they're
they're converts,
yeah, they're converts.
right? But still, you better than anybody on this panel will be able to tell us what we're looking at. So I definitely will hope that you can give us, like, a little bit of a backdrop to what we're witnessing. But I'll play it. You know what I mean? You can jump in if you feel the need. If you don't, it's cool. I think it kind of speaks for itself, especially with the description you gave us already of the holiday. And I'm going to play this clip. And this looks like it's somewhere on Myrtle and Williamsburg, in the beginning of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Let's watch this.
Just listen to the screams of these animals.
30 makeshift slaughterhouses erected on public streets without
This is happening on public streets in Brooklyn. Public streets, there's feces all over the place. I know. I want you guys to see what's going on and just listen to the screams of these animals.
30 makeshift slaughterhouses erected on public streets without
This is happening on public streets in Brooklyn. Public streets, there's feces all over the place. I know. Total animal cruelty. Now they're trying to block from you guys seeing what's actually going on. But I'll show you right now the ritual that they do. They think they're transferring their sins onto these poor little innocent chickens. And they cover themselves with plastic so that the chickens don't shit on them. So they think that they're transferring their sins when they can just as well use coins. It's quite simple. I'm Jewish as well, and this is an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment, actually. This is not Zar Belachayim. This is not animal cruelty. This is my dog, and she's very well taken care of. These chickens are screaming in pain. They're having their wings ripped from their bodies. Children that don't know how to handle livestock and handle animals are actually carrying birds around and ripping their wings from their bodies. It is absolutely and utterly insane. Guys, this is 2020, and we are literally witnessing people swinging chickens over their head. And he wants a picture ripping the wings. Look how much pain these animals are in. Why don't you have any love in your heart? Because I love my dog. I'm not carrying her. Can you hold them properly? Zar Belachayim, please. And they're here calling us assholes. Basically, I don't even know. Jordan and I are here filming this. I'm just on live right now. And we have activists here that are just trying to give some water and watermelons to the birds just because they're not given food or water at all. There's dead birds in the crates with live chickens. They're thirsty, they're hungry, if you could smell what I'm smelling right now, you guys, you would never eat meat again. Like, this is literally disgusting. And not for nothing, but nobody has any PPE on, no protective gear. We're in a crowded area, and there's a lot of people here, and there's a spike of COVID in these communities. Look at this. Not one person is wearing a mask, and they're holding the chickens by the wings, which breaks their wings. There's feces all over the floor. I'm angry at animal cruelty. Yes, I am. Yeah, sorry, I know. I'm getting carried away, but it's very hard to watch people torture animals right in front of you. But we're here with a lot of activists, and we're trying to just provide a little bit of comfort. Here's Donnie Moss. He's also on live, so go check out his live video. I'm going to try to get more in here and show you guys. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me.
And there are probably dozens of dead chickens in these crates, mixed with the living. This is the addition to a potent superstar event. This is a disaster disaster.
This is a pandemic waiting to happen. This is actually a pandemic waiting to happen. I'm ashamed to be a human being. The things we do to innocent little animals. I'm so sorry, babies. I'm so sorry. This isn't even the worst of it, guys. They're gonna be swung around and then they have their throats slit. So I'll be going live for that if you want to educate yourself and learn about what goes on to these poor babies. We treat the most innocent creatures on the planet the worst. Worse than rapists, worse than kidnappers, worse than criminals. We treat these poor babies so terribly. All right, let me... All right, I'm going to get back to filming on my phone, but thanks for watching, guys. This is absolutely absurd, insane, and I'm Jewish, and this is totally against every Jewish law that, Zar Belachayim, this is animal cruelty. They're literally torturing these animals. Outrageous. Outrageous.
There you have it. There you have it. Yeah, Schoolboy. So have you ever heard of any shit like this?
No, I haven't.
Mm.
That's that looks like some Eastern European stuff, man.
Right.
That looks like something they was doing, in the mountains a long time ago.
Yo, good morning, Stefan.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, brother. Yo, I want to say salute to the brother that was doing his job. Did you see that part, though? Did you see that part? Hold on, let me pull that back up. So,
oh, that looks disgusting.
Yeah, it definitely looks disgusting. But there was a dude, it was a brother, you seen him with the mask on, he had the white coat.
Nah.
He's like, man, listen, move, bitch. I gotta do my job. I can't. Yo, Bobby. All right, so look, there's the chickens. All right, where's the brother at? It was towards the end. There you go. Look. Yeah.
You could tell by how he's holding his hands. Yo, I don't even want to be here right now, but get out of my way.
Right. And there's another one too. There's another brother back there. I gotta do my job, man. Shake these chicken cakes.
He out here with his hair out, man, trying to be cute. I couldn't do it, buddy.
And I seen somebody walk through the crowd. I couldn't even be the activist sitting there filming. Listen, I'm filming from across the street. I'm getting drone shots. I'm not walking in the middle of that shit. Are you crazy? Anyway, all right. So that's kind of what I wanted to know. I wanted to know if you ever heard of anything like this. You know what I mean?
Nah. There was different tribes, so
Yeah, this ain't nothing but a little chicken sacrifice. No big deal. We've been doing this since way back when. No big deal.
That's what Steph said in the group chat. He said, "Ain't no big deal." I don't know. I think we're in a pandemic right now, and I think.
Oh, here we go.
I think they're gonna use them chickens later, and they still gonna sell them to some poor, unsuspecting buyers. And I think it's crazy. You know what I mean? But deep
no, they're not gonna sell it. They're gonna offer them as a savory offering unto the Lord. That's what that's for.
Okay. Well, hopefully they don't sell them. Hopefully that's what they do. Mills Lane says she's at a crossroads between her faith and Peter. She said, "I'm Jewish too. I never see this. I don't agree with this." Let's see.
What she was saying? What she said? She tried to say to the nigga when he had the turkey.
Wait.
What you trying to say to the nigga with the chicken?
Oh.
Hey man, say that shit again. I didn't hear it the first time.
Alhamdulillah, some shit.
Alhamdulillah,
I don't know what the fuck the lady said, man.
Let's try, man. Now let's see what she said.
All right, hold on. Lawville says religious madness, and Keenan says those are some ritual chickens. Yeah, but I think they still gonna sell them. That's why they had the brother there in the white coat.
Keenan Kong with the new profile.
Keenan Kong with the new profile. I think he had work in his profile. Salute to the homie. And Brooklyn Hunter says this was the weekend that Jewish people mourn their loved ones and ask for forgiveness once a year for their wrongdoing. Okay, salute. And Brooklyn Hunter says, "What you trying to acknowledge?" And listen, we got some people putting in their favorite moments. So I'm definitely gonna pull those up. And Keenan Khan's a question for you, Schoolboy. He says, "Schoolboy, when you gonna change your name? You can't be 42 going by Schoolboy, respectfully."
This is true. This is true. We'll figure it out, man. Appreciate that.
He's not 42 though, Keenan. He's not. But yeah, I like a play on your last name. They should call you Brinks Truck, man. Get the money, bro. Brinks Truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Piranha Chanaman. Piranha Chanaman. Salute to you. Yeah, it's the first time I seen you in the chat. Says small hats are demonic. And Keenan Kong also says his favorite moment is you got to play the clip when Schoolboy, the Schoolboy clip when he was talking about comforting the handicapped lady in Texas.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
Listen, man.
That was definitely a classic moment.
That was definitely classic.
Keenan Kong, I'll charge you with finding the episode and I'll play the clip. Find the episode and somewhere whereabout I'll play the clip. And Sugar Shay, salute to you, Sugar Shay, says, laugh out loud, Schoolboy at 42. Yeah, he ain't 42. He's not 42. So yeah, that was our first story for the day. There was a clip that was sent to us via internet. And I think it's very it relates to our movie night we had the other night. So we had a lot of crazy things in that movie, and people a lot of times say, "Well, where did you come up with this shit?" You know what I mean? Like, how did you come up with all this craziness? And basically, nothing in the movie was was made up. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in the movie was made up. It all was based on real life. We just kind of made it like a little crazier just to put that shock value to it. Steph, I know you was on the check-in. You saw Monkey Gang the mockumentary on Friday? Saturday.
I seen it. It was hilarious.
What were some of the things that stood out to you as I pulled this clip up
in that movie?
Yeah.
The funny, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The rap battle with the salad toss.
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah,
that was hilarious. You said that's real? That really happened?
So it really happened that in a rap battle, people turned on each other and fought. They really fought in a rap battle. We just made it.
Oh, okay. You make fun of it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Everything that we put in the film was based on some shit that happened in real life, but we just kind of like, turned it on his head as to make it more crazy. So nobody never really said, the line. I'm not going to spoil it for the people who haven't seen it, but nobody never really seen that way, right? But we have seen fights at battles and shit like that. So with that being said, Kissing Cuzzo, the character of Kissing Cuzzo, a lot of people thought, if you just watch it based on from the outside looking, it just looks like we're talking like gay jokes. You know what I mean? Kissing Cuzzo is definitely like the producer that manager / executive producer that molests his artists. That happened in the film. So they talk about him molesting them, and Bullet makes an excuse for it. You got to get the money. You know what I mean? Small Steezy talks about getting molested, things of that nature, by this record exec called Kissing Cuzzo in the film. And with that being said, people might have just thought we were really talking about gay jokes, but really we were talking about pedophilia in the industry. And we also was talking about people who actually molest their brothers and sisters to get a deal. That's real life. You feel me? And with that being said, Jaguar Wright was a singer who used to sing with, I believe, The Roots. And she had her own deal of her own. She's been going in on the industry lately. She's been going in and she's been speaking about things she's seen in the industry. And basically, she has nothing else to lose. She lost her child. She doesn't really have any more connections in the industry. She's been blackballed for, for lack of better terms, even though right now it's kind of hard to be blackballed. You can just put your shit on iTunes, but she's been like kind of cut off from a lot of the people she known. And she's been going in on a lot of people. And we haven't really spoke on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to play this clip and we're going to speak on this briefly. But the clip is a little long, but it's worth it. It's like 14 minutes. And yeah, she's accusing Puff Daddy of some heinous acts. I'll just say that and we'll watch it. And the guy she's talking about, you guys remember New Jack City?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the man that Wesley Snipes told, sit your $5 ass down before I make change? That light-skinned brother? Apparently he was
the educated brother from the bank.
Right, educated brother from the bank. She's accusing Puffy of doing some, coercing him into doing some crazy things. So we're gonna go ahead and his name is Christopher Williams, excuse me, and we're gonna go ahead and play this accusation. And I think it sounds pretty legit. So let's just play it.
If nothing else, I am a woman of my word. It is 8 a.m. I am tired as hell. Just going through all of the hate and all of the lies. People, they see me talking out front, but y'all don't really know all the stuff that's going on in the back. Like all of these people are cowards. None of them, half of them, actually, no, none of them would ever say any of this crap to my face. No, let me take that back. 85% of them would say half of this stuff to my face. They wouldn't. 85% wouldn't. But there's always that 15% that be trying it. You know what I mean? And they need to get busted. Some people just got to get busted in their head, before they realize that fat meat is greasy. Y'all wanted to know if fat meat was greasy. So I'm finna show y'all. I got a whole, turkey leg of fat meat. I got a whole the butt end of a brisket where all the fat is fat meat. I got all of that. Honeycomb. Now you could have pulled your minions to the side and said, look, I don't know if you want to mess with her. We don't know what she got. So I'm gonna tell you what I got. I think it was 03. Yeah. It was right before me and Music Soul Child did the Grey Goose tour. There was a young woman, beautiful woman. She's a lawyer, or at least she was. She used to be an entertainment lawyer. I'm not going to say her name. The story is enough. Because I don't know. I hope I won't be putting her in danger. But she shouldn't have to feel afraid after all of these years, almost 20 years, But I had to give her a job. I shouldn't say I had to give her a job. I gave her a job working for me so she could find some safety. Because while she was working at Bad Boy, because she was one of the lead counsels for Bad Boy Entertainment, she witnessed something. She witnessed something that was disturbing to her. But what was really disturbing to her was the conversation that she had with Diddy after. See, Christopher Williams, I don't know. I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened. But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal. And I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork. See. And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked. So she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop. She just walked out and she just kept her head down at the office the rest of the day, I believe it was. And I don't think it was at the end of business day that day, but I think it was the following day. He came into her office and was like, yeah, so you came in there. So what? What you gonna do? You wanna say something? And she was like, oh no, she was like, I just don't understand why you left the door unlocked. If you were in there doing that, why would you leave the door unlocked? He said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do in my building. And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my dick, I can make people do anything for money. That's what you said, Puff, about Christopher Williams sucking your dick for a demo deal. And you cut him a check. And you chased that young woman out of New York, just like you tried to chase Wendy Williams out of New York. And she came to work for me. And I loved her working for me. And when she was finally cool and could find, a good move to move forward, she did. She was with me for less than 6 months. But she was a wonderful woman. And she was a brilliant attorney. And she thought she was signing up for the ride of her life. She's going to be, head of legal at Bad Boy Entertainment and be a female. Like, that was a big deal. Until she accidentally walked into her boss's, office and caught him getting head from a movie star. Which he said was done for nothing more than an exercise of power. Because if he can make a man suck his dick, he can make anybody do anything. That's you, Puff. That's you, Honeycomb. That's why I call you Honeycomb, because you smack so sweet. You chased that woman out of your offices because she saw you being you, and then you threatened to ruin her life if she ever told anyone. But she did tell someone. She told me. And I've kept her secret all of these years.
So there you have it. Jaguar Wright. It is Jaguar Wright. Some people saying it looks like Jaguar Wright. Virginia Simmons says she looks like Jaguar. It is her. I keep bet that this woman is a fucking dust head. Maybe so. But if you know all this shit that we've been through, look at them. You know what I mean? Like, she been through a lot of shit, bro. So if she smoke a little dust, hey man, it's her fucking business. But she's not talking about okay, so internet says fast forward to the Biggie to Biggie. It's not about what Christopher Williams, not Biggie, not Christopher Wallace. It's Christopher Williams. And Keaton Combs. He says Christopher Williams at home right now, like, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. No. Oh, all right. Yeah, so I'm trying to be serious about this. Let's take it down. Let's take it down a notch. Jaguar Wright is accusing your man Puff Daddy of getting top from Christopher Williams. And I'm gonna pull up a picture of Mr. Christopher Williams' case. And if you don't know, that's the man that Wesley Snipes told in New Jack City, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Basically, she said he did it for a struggle for power. You know what I mean? He said if he can make that man suck his dick for a record contract, he can make him do anything. So to him, it's some type of a power struggle. You know what I mean? It's a thing dudes do for power, which I've heard before. I've heard dudes do these type of acts as some type of sign of power. You know what I mean? With that being said, I bring it up because we had a character in our movie called Kissing Cuzzo as well, who was about the same shit. And so obviously we know that this is something that happens over and over again in the music industry, and we turn a blind eye to it, especially, and it happens to our youth, not just to grown men. This was a grown man we're talking about. So we can kind of laugh and joke about this, but it happens to youth too. That's when I draw the line. But with that being said, Schoolboy, do you think is any merit to what she said? Because we don't know, so we can only speculate at this point. but do you think that she was telling the truth? She goes on to tell more of the story, how the young lady who found the situation, found him sucking Puff Daddy dick, went on to quit the job and work for her for 6 months and then get low doing something else. And she also go on to say that Puff Daddy was Mrs. Porter, who I believe has passed away now, also had dirt on Puff Daddy, and she accuses him of being blackmailed by her and all these other things. But do you think there's any merit to what she's saying? Do you think she's just a scorned woman, or do you think it's really possible? What say you? And start with Schoolboy.
I'm not really sure, man. It's hard for me to say, you know, what she's saying is true or not. Because really, to be honest with you, some people, Jaguar Wright is on their radar. She just never was really on my radar. So I don't really know who she was with and what she was doing. But like somebody has said, I think in the chat, you know, Diddy, we've kind of known there's something kind of strange about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been those rumors for a long time, and they haven't gone away. So, you know, anything's possible. Anything's possible. But, you know, it's allegedly, because I don't know.
It's definitely allegedly. Us here at the Renters Union or at the Morning Rant are not saying we have any knowledge of this, but we are. But I am saying, me personally, that it's something that's been happening in the music industry for a long time. We just don't know all the details. All the details haven't come out as to who has been, you know, involved with these things. But
so are you telling me dick sucking for deals is a thing in the industry for a long time?
I believe so. Yes, sir. I believe so.
Wow.
When you have people, I believe so. I mean, when we made the film, we were going off a lot of hearsay, rumors, and things like that. But when you have the fact that it comes out that even Africa Bambaataa was molesting people, it's like, how long? You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean since the inception, people just to get down or be around the industry.
Just to get down.
Oh, man.
Hey, but don't miss that bar she dropped. She was like, Puff, she's supposed to be head of your legal team. Seems like that position was covered.
Oh no! Did you not just see that? Did you just see what? These are the things that we don't pay attention to. Did you just see that? No, y'all missing it, bro. Y'all missing it. Hold
on. This video,
bro. This she just squirted a water gun in his mouth. Oh, look! He got his mouth open. Oh!
Hey, it's funny how we turn the littlest shit gay.
Look. No, I can't fuck with this nigga right now, bro.
He is literally with 2 bitches, and we still found a way to make that gay.
I'm saying though, if somebody's squirting little squirts of water in your mouth, are you gonna shake your head like that? I don't know, bro. That shit is weird. We got a special guest for this segment. Our man Brooklyn Honcho's on the check-in. Brooklyn Honcho, salute.
Honcho.
Morning, fellas. Good morning.
Good morning, good brother. How you doing?
Good morning.
Maybe I should have waited. Maybe I should have waited.
Bro, did you see the part I just showed though? Did you see him get the water gun squirted in his mouth? Did you miss that part?
Son, I missed that. I was backstage. I just missed that part. I'm glad I did. Nah, no need to repeat.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Good.
So did you hear the story though? You heard the part where Jaguar, right? Yeah. So what's your thoughts, man? Do you think is any validity to that story?
I mean, I said something in the comments, which is made those kids walk all the way to Brooklyn for a cheesecake just for exercising and power. So I mean, there is some sort of possible. I mean, I would indict them more for just that alone. You know, it don't mean that, you know, you guilty, but you definitely got to see a process about that.
Right. It's definitely some type of conspiracy going on. With that being said, she went on also to talk about, she called Puffy all types of punks and all of this thing. I want to put it out there that from what I'm to understand from what the murmurs are and the mumbles are in the street, Puff Daddy is kind of he's to be feared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. They look at him with the dancing and the Jerry curls and S curls and all that shit. I'm not gonna say exactly what I heard because it's hearsay and it's alleged and it's also like, you know,
all of this is alleged.
All of it is alleged, but he's to be fed. I'm gonna put that out there. He's to be fed. With that being said, I'm gonna go to these comments before I talk a little bit more about it. Aki Better says they better be glad that's all Puff made them do, just walk. And salute to them, salute to Dylon, salute to my homegirl Babs. You know, they all doing
Babs
good.
in that battle rapping too, man. She doing her thing.
Yeah, Babs got the Queen of the Ring, and you said your lady, she knows my homegirl.
Holly on Demand, that's right. Misunderstood, yeah.
Yeah, that's my home. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, she got bars. Just One Love says they be getting down. They be getting down and get down. Redemption says Schoolboy face, he's looking at it suspect. And Mills Lane says I can't get past the polka dot suspenders. And Aki Better says Atiman. And Redemption says laughing my ass off, Ja. Aki Better says exactly Mills Lane. Redemption says she articulates her lies well, if that's the case. Yeah, she was really articulate in her story. She went on to talk about a little bit more things in depth. And I'm just gonna say this. I believe her. I believe her. I understand when Schoolboy say when you guys say anything is possible. I that's my sentiments also, but I just believe that, you know, every lie is based on the truth. So there's a truth in there somewhere. And she's not saying she caught Puffy, but she's saying that she believes someone that came to her with the story. Go ahead.
That's why I don't believe her. This is someone else's story that you're telling, right?
Right.
And then you start off with an analogy that didn't make sense. You want to find out fat meat is greasy? Well, I got a whole turkey leg. Turkey leg ain't even fat. Stop that. Very lean.
Spoken like a true chef.
Right.
All right, I can dig it. I mean, we all can't believe her. And I don't think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we believe because we can't stop Puffy from doing what he does. And I think, like I said in the past, my biggest concern is the youth. It's not necessarily like adults that do what they want to do. Like if you're a grown man, you want to suck a dick after the office meetings, like Goonie Google said, then you know what I mean? You're going to suck a dick after the office meetings. But if
you ain't sucking dick for no demo deals, man. That just ain't it.
Yo, wild.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Yo, like my uncle always tells me, you know, if you want to be gay, you're gonna be gay. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
They say being gay isn't a choice, though. They say it's not a choice to be gay, man. They say it's just in you. He been, you know, lip gloss popping, curly hair, you know. So it's she kind of picked she put the pictures together, kind of just. You don't just be sitting there, and just be like, yo, today I'm gonna say Christopher Williams, you know,
right
through hearsay was given, you know. I don't want to say his name because he that powerful. This shit will go blank, man. But to say Puff, man, to say Puff is to say something. 50 been saying things about it too, man.
Right.
Been saying things, man. So I'm just saying there's some validity to the story to me, just off of his past actions.
50 saying stuff that people already been saying. It's not like 50 came through with no new information. 50 just go off of what the rumors. The same thing we heard, same thing 50 heard. He didn't actually see shit. That's just how niggas move. 50 is one of those niggas who move like that.
But 50 used to work with Puff. You know that, right?
I know, but 50, that don't mean that didn't privy him to seeing something that we didn't see.
Okay. Well, hopefully 50 ain't. Let me just stop right there. Mills Lane says Aki Better. Biggie told the chick she looks so good, he paused. And yeah, we all heard that line. And we know what line you're referring to. If you're a real hip hop fan, you know what Biggie would do because she looks so good. Redemption, rest in peace, Biggie. Redemption song says, and she says she was gay She was / is gay. You know what? I think I need to read it in order now, so we can. I'm not going to get anybody messed up. And I'll get back to that comment. So yeah, here's Brooklyn Honcho's comment. We said, yeah, he made the youth walk for the cheesecake. And Keenan Collins says Christopher Weir, we read that. And Lawville, we read that. And Redemption says facts, Lawville, that was circulating in the 90s, right? So like you guys were saying, it's not a new accusation. Akibeta says, can y'all imagine Biggie? No, I can't imagine that. I can't. Yeah.
I wouldn't even type no shit like that in the
right. Stop, man.
Redemption song says Christopher Wallace was fine as hell back in the day. And that's another. Well, listen. Allegedly, Puff Daddy thought the same thing. Lorvell says, Aki better, bruh. She's been through a lot. Come on, bruh. As talking of the smoking of the dust comment. And later in the video, she went on to say that she's going to go to sleep with her gun. She went on to say she's going to sleep with her gun in case the shots get to firing. And so she can bust back. So she knows what she's signing up for when she brings this information to the.
Can I say something else too?
Yes, sir.
If somebody wanted to kill Jaguar right, they would have been killed Jaguar right.
Well, she just got on her campaign about a month or two ago. Like this campaign of exposing all these artists. She started with the conscious artist that she came up with. Mm-hmm. So she said, I believe she accused Common of pulling his dick out and putting it on her head or something like that. And then she said she had an affair with Black Thought. At the same time, she was cool with his wife and or baby mother. She was sleeping with him while he had his wife pregnant. And then she said on the tour bus, she seen a lot of shit, and it started there. And then the snowball just kept piling. And she let people know in the beginning, like, I got stories for days. I'm not even telling you the half of it. And then more stories started coming out. And then what led to this story coming out, I also want to also say this. What led to this story coming out is she spoke about
but fam, this ain't her story.
Wait, I'm just saying what led to her telling this story is she spoke about Mary J. Blige, and I guess she said Mary J. Blige was gay or something like that. And then people started coming at her for that. And when people started coming at her, they started using pictures of her dead child, basically the trolls and stuff like that. So once they used the pictures of her dead child, she took the gloves off and she put this story out. That's all I'm saying. So I say that to say this: they didn't get a chance to kill her yet. If they're going to kill her, that's what I'm saying. They might need a month or two. But go ahead.
Okay, now you come out talking about. Let's say Mary J. Blige is gay, right? Let's say that, right? Mm-hmm. From what my understanding, it is very insensitive to out a gay person. Am I correct?
I believe you're correct. I believe gay people don't like to out gay people.
All right. And that person who you outed has a lot of fans and they don't appreciate it.
Right.
So they troll you. And then they troll you with pictures of your deceased daughter. Right?
I think son or child. Just say child. Because I don't.
And then you say, oh, I'm taking the gloves off and I'm going to go at Puff Daddy. That's the wrong person.
Well, she
that's the wrong person, and then it's a secondhand story. Well, I had hurt, and you said that, Puff. How do you know?
Fair enough. We
don't like that. He said, she said. This is why it's messy to me.
Right. It is messy. I'll say that. And she also said in the story that Puff, people are scared of you, and that she was scared of you, and I haven't spoken to her in a long time, and I hope you don't do nothing to her. So. If she's telling the truth, she just definitely put that woman in danger.
I'm not even a Diddy fan. I don't like the way this is. I don't like the way it's coming off.
I can dig it. Virginia Sim says all those industry dudes is mad suspect. Antoinette says you're right. I was smoking when I sent that. She confused Christopher Williams as Christopher Wallace. And Redemption says she was talking shit about Mary J having a train ran on her. And Yeah, I mean, Mary J was admitted to use drugs and all this, so she fucked a few people, So Keenan Khan says, I believe her a little, and all them Biggie gay lyrics looking a little funny. Yeah,
Yo, Ja, yo,
Yes.
you look so good. Huh, I suck on your daddy dick. Diddy dick? Puff Daddy dick? Oh,
Whoa, he just fucking
oh my.
he did say your daddy, and the whole time he was with. I don't know, but Biggie's no longer here to defend himself, so we're not going to read
Oh,
too much
bless you.
into that. Let's read in the Mace. Let's say this. Nah, let's read.
Listen, that nigga definitely tried to bring out the cute side to every nigga he signed. Try to make all
Even
them
Black
niggas seem like
Rob.
they was a flashy, pretty boy ass niggas. Like,
There was no cuteness to Craig Mack, though, homie.
he tried. You hear me?
All right.
Craig Mack, the only one.
Black Rob, he tried to make him cute.
What's his name? Loon.
He did it that, and then not for nothing. There's something that they say, right? Everybody who leaves Bad Boy always ends up finding religion or goes to jail or dies or all of the above. And it kind of makes sense. Like almost everybody, except for the Locks. The Locks is still the Locks, but I mean,
so what made Mary have to go and sing for fried chicken at KFC?
That I don't know, and that shit was horrible. That was a horrible situation when she did that. Mary J definitely did a KFC finger licking good coonish type commercial. That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. That shit
she was singing her soul out for that nasty ass chicken.
I gotta look that up.
KFC original recipe is garbage. Garbage.
That's the only chicken.
How do you put something in grease for 10 minutes and it come out soft? I don't understand it.
Exactly. Skin falling off and it's fried. This shit is disgusting. Anyway, you're right. It might be the chicken that them dudes be selling them guys we saw.
The Jewish
maybe
sacrifice chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm here in Virginia, and they have chicken at the gas stations.
Yeah, I mean, in Baltimore, they got this spot. What's the name of this spot? I forget the name, but the chicken is fire at that gas station. I'm not gonna hold.
It has been good at times. However, it is still chicken at the gas station.
No, I thought that.
We promoting gas station food now, huh?
If you're ever in Baltimore and you pass a Royal Farms, it's called Royal Farms. Do yourself a favor. Grab you some of that gas fried chicken.
These two brothers shamed me for eating Burger King, but here they are.
Who? Not me,
bro.
Not me. I know I ain't shamed you for eating no Burger King.
You did what?
I don't believe it. I don't
believe
believe
the one.
it.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me, Steph. I ain't shame you. I laughed. I ain't shame.
I'm talking about schoolboy.
Listen. I can't confirm or deny that. Either way, though, I don't think I would say that. I don't think I would say that. The reason why I don't think I would say that.
B was there. You
listen. I know. I know the double cheese, the double Whopper fucking coupon in my head by heart. I don't even pull out the app. I just will be like, here goes the coupon code and get my shit with extra cheese and all the vegetables. So I don't know if I said that, but
we doing too much advertising right now. But check it out. All right, we're gonna run through the comments because we got some people
fat boy shit.
What we talking about now? Mills Lane says, we read that, and so I think we got through it. So let's go to the recent ones. So Keenan says KFC over Popeyes. How, Keenan? How, Sway?
Black Heart Revolt.
Keenan, the KFC is like the chicken is like wet skin wrapped around in chicken fat. That's KFC chicken wings. I don't understand how you like that shit. Redemption says Royal Farms is delish. Told you. If you're ever in Baltimore and you're getting gas at Royal Farms, do yourself a favor. Get you some chicken wings from Royal Farms. Virginia Slim says, I think if male artists like Mace, Loon, Shine, etc. said the same thing, then I believe her. Well, Mace turned to Pastor Mace and then came back on some gangster shit. Shine don't fuck with Puffy. He does on and off, but he don't really fuck with Puffy. He's a whole like rabbi or some shit now. Loon
He
as
also
well,
lost citizenship.
right, and Loon also grew his beard out and took his shihada, right? So all three of those those people you mentioned, Virginia Slim, went ahead and turned to religion. And you know, a lot of times people turn to religion because they're trying to run from something. So go ahead, Slim.
If I recall, wasn't Loon in prison?
Big Loon did. They go to jail.
Yeah, for selling drugs. He wasn't that saved.
I'm saying he might have turned Muslim in jail, fair point, but he definitely turned to religion. Let me see. I think I'm down. I think I see some comments that I did go ahead and exactly skip. Let me see. Yeah, so we read that one. Aki Better says they better be glad that's all he made him do. We read that. Love L says, do y'all remember that Biggie video, Big Papa? There was a transsexual in the video taking a piss. Stay woke. You know, no, Schoolboy, he's right. He's right.
I remember that video.
I mean,
I didn't see that.
Must I pull it up? Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing? Are we going?
I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, I don't need to validate a transsexual.
There's a scene where they were all in the club bathroom and the men were taking it. And they looked to the side and there was a woman at the men's stand-up stall taking a piss too or something.
I just don't remember it. I'm pretty sure there was a comedy thing in there somewhere, but I don't remember it.
Oh man,
that wasn't no comedy. Yeah, bring that up. I think C's was in that video too. That was the One More Chance video, I think. I think that was the One More Chance when they was in the club. Yeah.
We've been outvoted, so I'm not gonna pull it up. But y'all can go ahead and look it up and watch the video. And it's a dope song, so you'll enjoy it. But there's definitely a scene where there's a woman next to the men in the men's stall. Redemption said, laugh out loud at Steph. Miss Ravioli, good morning, Miss Ravioli says, I believe in Jaguars. So I don't think she said she believed in Jaguars, right? She believe in Jaguars. So I don't know. Are you saying you believe in Jaguar, right? Or you believe in the animals, the Jaguars? Oh, that's another thing. She said at the end of her rant, she said, my name is Jaguar, right? Atu maka naka maka. Some shit. She said some weird name. And then she said, and then she said, she said the animal. Then she said, you've been scratched. That's how she ended that video.
So you freestyling that shit, man. Oh, God, I ain't hear none of that.
I'm dead serious. She said, you've been scratched. I'm serious. I said, yo, that's how you ended. You could have said bit. She said, you've been scratched. I'll pull it up right now. Look. Check this out. Check this out. Hold on. Here we go.
You a fake Debo. And all somebody got to do is pick up a brick and bust you in your head. Lay your ass out. I promise you, the second you go down like Suge went down, it's over. And everything that you protect is going to, including fucking Mary J. fake ass queen. That bitch ain't the queen of number whores. She the queen of whores and the queen of lies. Y'all shouldn't have started playing around with images of my dead son. Y'all just shouldn't have done it. You went too far. So guess what? My name is Jaguar. Panthera Anka. Not a car. The animal. Consider yourself scratched, bitch.
Oh.
Yo, and you still believe her after you seen this? What is wrong with you?
Jaguar to matakatamaka.
Yo, what? Yo, What is that?
Hey, I don't know why. Like,
chill.
and the
Chill,
fact
I'm
that she
good.
looked like a man doing that, it definitely sends off like a homo vibe. You've been scratched. Yeah, like what?
She did all of that to be like, you've been scratched, bitch.
Because
Like,
it's at the end of a serious story, and then you might as well just say my Cash App is, you know,
right.
like it just it.
Yo,
I'm
and then
at
the
last
fact
night.
that you acting like, oh, you shouldn't have played with my images of my son, my dead son, as if it weren't people in your comments. You act like these niggas, like Puffy got on his Instagram and was trolling you, or Mary got on, like, you don't make sense.
I'm not gonna say she makes sense, but what I'm gonna say is these stories are you know what I mean, compared to what we've known been going on in the industry behind the scenes. Just I don't know, man. It just sounds like it might be valid. Why she's doing it might not be valid, but the stories to me sound like they might be valid. I don't know. I agree with you. It's not her story. It wasn't her place to say. You know what I'm saying? If it is true, but I mean, it might be real legit hearsay, at least legitimate hearsay, a legitimate story that at least is being passed around. You feel me? Yeah.
I can't make that legitimate.
Go ahead,
I'm
Brooklyn.
sorry.
That's good.
Let me tell you something. I used to wait for 40/40.
Right.
And I had to sign a disclaimer before I even waited there. This way, it was the 7th week that they opened. This is when it was prime hot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you can't speak on things, and I've seen things. And what she's kind of saying to me kind of resonates with that, because it's like, yo, I mean, I could repeat stories, but I can never move, you know, legally on them or anything like that. And what she's saying is, when she's like, yo, I'm taking the gloves off because ain't no rules in this WrestleMania. And when you've been exposed to a lot of things, like being in New York City, I've seen a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and she may have some real shit that she wants to say. She may not know who killed Big, but she's going after, yo, listen, whoever snuck her from the back and punched her in the face, whoever holding the camera, if I can't get to him, I'm gonna get to whoever. So I
Right.
can understand, like, you know what I mean? How she's just like, it's a free fall.
Right. She like, fuck them all, fuck everybody.
All. And we
Yeah,
know this shit is WrestleMania backstage.
right. That's true. Steph, what was you saying?
Again, man, you can't just.
Steph been scratched. Pay attention.
I just can't take her serious. Maybe if you had another source, maybe if you had somebody, maybe if it was your story, maybe. Like, this, it's just ridiculous. It's not even funny.
Not funny. It's funny to me. Aki Better says, I mean, really, can you? Okay, we read that one already. Virginia Sims says, bruh, Birdman was popping them young boys for record deals. That's what I've been telling these niggas on this show. Nobody. I believe that, yo.
Why is it always the top execs that's gay? It's never the middleman. It's never a gay
It's an
middleman.
exercise in power, Steph. It's an exercise in power.
That's what they say, and that's what they're trying to tell you. It's not the
exercise in power. You got top crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't believe the Birdman, Lil Wayne either. But then when you think about it, it is the top execs. It's all the people who have the power to absolutely have anything. And that's why we look at the man the way we do, because they've been beasts. They've been beasts. They've been the ones in power for hundreds of years. And look at the shit that they've done.
So
why is it so?
Is it something about?
It's our heroes.
Andre, you breaking up.
Heroes, some heroes.
That's why we.
Sorry. All I'm saying is, yeah. All I was saying is, just because it's our people that we looked up to or like their songs, don't mean it's beneath them to do these types of things.
I don't think it's beneath anyone. And for Puff Daddy to be, let's say he's gay, all this stuff is true, right? Him getting his dick sucked, find out a story about getting your dick sucked 20 years later, don't really hold the same
Nah,
weight.
it's still a wow factor. It's still a wow factor.
I mean, it's a Me Too
To me.
factor. It's a Me Too factor because the nigga was sucking a dick for a demo deal. That's kind of wild.
A single deal, Steph. A single deal.
Come on, man. To New Jack City.
Yo, niggas used to get a lot of money for sing
Nah.
that was on soundtracks.
Listen. You sucking a dick for a single?
Listen, man, that's why I'm glad we live in the time and day we live in. But you brought up a good, interesting word. Bless
My
you.
bad.
Excuse me. You brought up an interesting take on it, Brooklyn Honcho, when you talk about because it's our heroes. You use the word heroes, and that's why they say never meet your heroes. Number one, and that's also why we probably shouldn't have any heroes. You know what I'm saying? Because you look up to somebody and then you and that's you learn who they are. And like Casey said in his song, we don't need another hero. You look into their private lives, see their life is a lot of lies. You know what I'm saying? So we really can't be looking up to these people because they make good music. Because you might be looking up to somebody who will lead you down a dark path. Go ahead, Steph.
Also, another thing, if she's waiting for somebody to kill her, it's probably Christopher Williams for playing with his name. If someone threw my name in there, I'm coming. I'm coming where you at, because I don't play that. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's true.
If she waiting on somebody, she not waiting on Diddy.
Steph, hold on. Answer that question. What if it was true? Does he have that same? Should he be angry if it's true?
He probably not gonna do it.
But if it's a lie, you gonna take a head off. You saying
you can't play on my name.
Talking about I was sucking dick for a label deal. I got to kill you. I got to kill you.
I got to take you out. It's them the rules.
Yo.
Yo, Steph is a killer, yo. Keenan Carl says Exhibit been called him out on it. Exhibit had a story where him and Superhead were in some parties I think in California, and they went to a Puff Daddy party in the story, and it was all types of Batiman business going on in the party. You know what I mean? So Exhibit did call him out on that, but you seen what happened to Exhibit's career. Exhibit ain't been the same for a long time. And I don't know if you noticed, Keenan, but Exhibit got snuck. Somebody ran up on Exhibit and put hands on him. And he was a little quiet after that. And so I don't know if you know about that story, but yeah, he got hands put on him. Lorvell says Big Gene Diddy's bodyguard exposed Diddy's gay lifestyle. Okay. Now we're talking. So there you got Exhibit, you got Big Gene. Now you have Jaguar Atuma Obligadum. Chris Jones. Chris Jones says, I wonder if Jamie Foxx will plead the fifth about Puffy getting his sloppy toppy on. I didn't hear about that, so I'm not going to really speak on that. But Jamie Foxx is not going to blow up no Diddy if he knows anything. Jamie Foxx throws parties where it's pretty much anything goes. He threw parties for Diddy. You know what I mean? The last thing he's going to do is out niggas he threw parties for. If he threw a party for them niggas and it was that type of party, literally, then he's not going to out niggas.
I was going to say that too. I was about to say, yeah, you ain't finna just expose people that you've been working with.
Right. Keenan Carl says, my comment just got deleted. Is that you, Puff? Maybe. Maybe. And Redemption Song says, thing is, nobody really has to respond at this time because she looks crazy. Good.
They don't.
Good point. She definitely looks crazy. She definitely looks bitter. You don't even have to respond. For the audience will say that. The audience will say she looks bitter. She looks crazy. She looks gay herself, even though she's with a dude. She looks like she's gay herself. So, nobody.
She's probably pegging.
Yeah, no. I don't know who the dude is, but I think that might be the tell-all sign if we meet the dude. But anyway, nobody does have to respond. You're right. Nobody does have to respond. They can let that one ride. Virginia Sims says, right, redemption. She's instantly discredited due to her looks.
No,
That's not
no,
true,
no.
John.
Go ahead.
That's not true. Think about how it was mentioned 20 years ago when the shit was probably really still happening and nobody gave validity to it. Everybody's been saying throughout all of these 2 decades that Diddy has been gay. And just because he's our favorite, we've been looking the other side.
Right.
We probably wouldn't even believe it if he said it.
Right.
Listen,
I'm gonna go as far as this. Well,
Diddy has not been our favorite.
No. So
Been my favorite at times.
Stop right there. I'm gonna agree with you both. Diddy's not a necessary big favorite, but like Brooklyn Hunter said, at times. So growing up in New York, when I was young in the 90s and shit, nigga, I had an S curl, nigga. I was doing the dance. I was doing that shit from the Can't You See video and all that. I brought the glasses that slanted.
Do the dance again.
He's doing this shit.
Yeah, do that again.
Oh yeah. They spin around, do that shit again. I was doing that.
Wow.
Take that.
Yo, remember the glasses that slant? They slant to. You remember them shits? I brought.
I mean, I was wearing
which one of y'all?
I was wearing one.
Which one of y'all was doing the Harlem Shake though?
I tried.
I tried. I never did it. Steph did it. I never.
I was doing the Harlem Shake. I can't do it now.
I never.
Got too big.
Who all is from New York? Who all is from New York? And who?
Right here, Brooklyn.
Okay, so all 3 of us from New York, we wasn't doing the Harlem Shake.
We
was doing the Harlem Shake in Florida.
All right, Brooklyn say.
Oh yeah. Even
I was wearing one glove.
When they
Yo,
had
can you
first,
show
when they hit
Steph?
the streets hot with Eve, who's that girl video?
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah. Oh man.
I say all that to say this. I definitely was a fan of Puffy when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was a fan of Puffy. I definitely was emulating that shit. You know what I mean? From the outside looking in. I didn't know about the antics, but I definitely, you know what I mean, was emulating the style. You feel me? My mother always used to try to tell me, like, identify feminine culture though within the black man in our community. So my mother always was certain things I couldn't do. I couldn't wear an earring in my ear. You know what I'm saying? She would never let me get my ear pierced. You feel me? She was always anti-sagging. You know what I'm saying? My mother was one of those parents that didn't like Michael Jackson because he grabbed his nuts in front of a audience full of kids. You know what I'm saying? Like anything feminine. I remember back in the 90s, they used to have this like this Scully beanie type of hat. I don't know if you remember this shit, Honcho, where it used to have like 3 or 2 balls hanging from it.
Yeah.
You remember some shit? My mother was like, my mother was on some pause before pause. You're not wearing that shit.
Hold on, you talking about the one that Cuckoo Cow wore in his video?
I think so. It had the 2 balls hanging from that shit from the top.
Anybody remember Cuckoo Cow?
Yeah, I remember
Cuckoo
Cow.
Thing. I don't know if y'all know about it.
Yeah, ain't he from Atlanta or something like that?
I think from like South or North Carolina, somewhere like that.
I remember him though. Yeah, I don't know if he wore it in the video, but basically it was the style for like 2 seconds. That hat it was like some old like elf Christmassy type of weird hat. My mother was like, "You're not wearing that." You know what I'm saying? Like anything that was remnants to like making the black man like feminine. You know what I'm saying? I remember. Do you remember this shit, Brooklyn Hunter? You remember when niggas used to walk around with pacifiers in their mouth? You remember that shit? Of
course.
My mother was like, "You're not doing that shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, or anything that was feminine or you know, demasculate the men, she was not with it. You know what I'm saying? But I did get away with getting the S curl. And I was definitely a fan of Puffy at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, but I say all that to say this, man. Heroes are not. We don't need heroes. We need to take the heroes out of it. You know what I mean? Like, if you like their music, but you got to watch out for who you idolize. You feel me? But yeah, so Laurel says Mary J. Blige was trolling her on Instagram. Okay, so that changes the narrative a little bit. So she's saying Mary J. Blige was part of the trolls. He said, excuse me, Laurel saying that Mary J. Blige was part of the trolls. And Yasin says, I was locked up with a crackhead that had Mary stories. Well, you know, they say she used to do crack. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. It wasn't no stories. She was on it. She was out there.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
And then this is one thing I don't like, right? When you don't like somebody, that don't mean you can discredit their works. You see what I'm saying? Like me and Jock can fall out, but then to sit up here and hate like he's putting on a bad show, you know what I'm saying? That's just hating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she ain't the queen of nothing. The fuck she ain't?
Right.
She been putting in work.
Nah, Mary's still the queen. I fuck
Come
with
on, man. That's just hate.
Right. And you know what I like?
She said though. She said she ain't the queen of nothing. She the queen of whores.
Yeah. hey, Brooklyn.
Yo, not for nothing though. You know what I like the most about Mary though? I like how she get women through those tough times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many sisters that got through so much tough times off of music. I don't give a fuck what you say about Mary. You know what I mean?
Bruh, listen. You know how many mornings I woke up and I hear Mary on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack on a Saturday morning? Oh, you know some cleaning going on. Some deep cleaning going on.
Yeah, I fuck with Mary. Aki Bedford says, Puffy bailed Biggie out of jail, and he have him that deal. Big old Puff. I don't know what you're alleging to, but you know, yeah. I mean, I think they both worked well together. You know what I mean? I don't think Biggie would have been the same Biggie that we known without, you know, Puff Daddy's help. You know what I'm saying? And Puffy wouldn't be Puffy that we know without having Biggie as an artist. In fact, Chris Jones says, since Jamie Foxx was allowing Puffy around another, and Jamie said that he had his camcorder around. I don't think we'll ever see that footage. Miss Ravioli says, which one of you hosts are advocating for silence and secrecy? Shaking my head. I don't think nobody's advocating for silence and secrecy, but I think the point that Dudes was making that is that it wasn't her story to tell. I think that's the main point. So that's what you know what I mean? That's what actually puts a dent in her story. It was hearsay from the jump. It's a story that came to her, so she didn't witness it. So that's what's making it sound like it's not valid.
Right, John. That kind, when you say silence, that kind of speaks to a victim of something, not a rumor. Not, oh, I heard something. So that's different.
Right. So Christopher Williams, if this ever reaches your screen. That's them. Hold on.
Christopher Williams, beat a nigga ass by playing about that.
Hold on. Christopher Williams, man. If you ever, come across this show, we just want you to know that, our laughs were because we like to take things a little lighthearted. But if you ever want to come out and let us know your story, feel free to let people know your story, because people need to hear these stories. People need to hear about people being taken advantage of and sucking dick for label deals.
Wow. That is foul. That's foul. Yo, because he can come out and he can categorically deny it.
But if it's true, we need to know.
But if it's false, you don't want to get to the bottom of. See, niggas always want to get to the bottom of some messy stuff, never to clear nothing up.
No, if it's false, come out too. Yeah, if it's false, come out too. But yeah, Virginia says, don't sleep on gas station chicken. And our Redemption told.
I will say this: if y'all ever been to New Orleans, Brothers Fried Chicken.
Brothers Fried Chicken.
Brothers Fried Chicken.
Is a gas station?
Yes, it's a chicken place inside of a gas station.
Yeah, that's how Royal Palms is.
Yeah.
All right. And Keenan, your comment is in regards to this comment. Redemption said, Keenan, that's blasphemy. And Sugar Shay says, the gas station by my house smells like ass. I would never eat chicken. Salute, Sugar Shay.
Hey, but August Alsina, in one of his songs, he mentions Brothers Fried Chicken. He was like, got the Brothers Fried Chicken with the gat in my lap.
Oh yeah,
not that it gives it any validity. I see the way you look in Brooklyn. All right.
I understand why in the South niggas love shooting up their gas stations, man. One of them gas stations gonna blow the fuck up one day. Niggas shooting their gas stations and shit. That's ridiculous. And Keenan says, Redemption, I like what I like. Virginia Sim says, Bojangles over Popeyes. Now, I can agree with that.
Bojangles is garbage.
No, yeah, you don't fuck with Bojangles?
Hell no.
Well, maybe it's because it's something I get only when I'm in Atlanta. Maybe that's why I don't really know. No, it's not up here. You know what I mean? So when I go down there, I feel like, you know what I mean, I'm getting like the taste of the South.
No,
You
you're
feel-
not.
Yo, I'm never like if you ever see me on camera in public going to a place called Bojangles to eat chicken, uh, they cloned me, and it's not really me. I'm in dire straits. I need help. Somebody help me. Okay, don't
I
just drive by and be like that nigga just wanted chicken. It's not me. You need to come help. Okay, call 911.
Just to be fair, I've tried it twice, and I was like, "This ain't it."
I thought the fries was garbage, but I thought the chicken
You
was.
had so
And
Steph,
then
you
to
had
go,
two at Bojangles.
Hmm?
You had two. You had 2 times at Bojangles.
Yeah. Because both times was at work, and you know when you at work, you don't really get you don't really got the pick of where you can go. You got to just go what's nearby.
He tried to give you a pause moment. You ain't peep it. He tried to hit you with that New York pause.
What's part of Bojangles?
The two within the Bojangles.
I don't get it.
Exactly. New York, we be pushing the envelope with the pause, man. But yo, let me just say this: it's in regards to Schoolboy's point. I was conflicted. I said, "Damn, the name of this shit is Bojangles."
you know how usually when you walk in the restaurant, they got a bell. You know how usually they got a bell at Bojangles. You hear the tapping. You hear the tapping when you walk in. They be like tap 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 tap, and then you hear the cook in the back go, "Yeah." That's what happens, man.
You know what's funny? First time I went, it was all black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second time I went, it was a big ass Hawaiian dude frying the chicken,
Oh shit.
and it was a white boy on the register.
Oh nah, I'm not eating there. I'm not
You in
trying.
Florida, right, Steph?
Yeah, I'm in Florida. I don't know where the Samoan came from. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Redemption said Loon was released recently. Sugar Shay says I can't say that word. Bon Chon chicken is the best. Koreans got the sauce. Oh, okay, yeah. I've ate there once.
I
Yeah.
just saw one today, and somebody pointed it out to me and was like, "Yo, have you ever eaten there?" And I was like, "What is that?" So I gotta check that out.
Now you know what it is. I'm mad that we're having a whole segment on chicken right now. But yo,
I'm not.
you know what it is? The Koreans be frying their chicken wild hard. Like that's, you know what I mean? So, and then they sauce, like Shay said, is on point. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Keenan Khan says, anybody know that restaurant and can say that name?
Oh, you ain't got no Zaxby's? Y'all ain't got no Zaxby's up there?
I never had it, at least. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Zaxby's not that good everywhere you go.
It's
Some
not
of
over
Virginia, the shit
everybody
is
good, but it's
trash.
good. It's cool.
It's all
I
right.
always get the chicken tenders, so I'm not really eating that real chicken. That chicken ain't nothing special.
Copy. Redemption says Keenan still haven't tried it. Yep. And then she's laughing at me. Eggy says, nah, he dead ass. She said that. Yeah, she said that. Jaguar Tuma. And Redemption's version of it is Na Maya Kutu Renek Koyo. She was on that Ike and Tina Turner shit. That shit Tina Turner was chanting before she fucked Ike up, man. That's where that shit come from. Miss Ravioli says you've been
scratched out me.
She said what she said. And Keenan said Claude would have been more fitting. I agree. I think bit. You know what I mean? She said you've been bit. You know what I mean? Claude, you know, Scratch just sounds so corny.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's a female, so she can get away with that, but it just sounds crazy. Scratch.
Is she a female?
She is. Yes, she's a female. She's a female. Yes. Virginia Sim says Panthera. Panthera Unka sounds like the newest Thundercat. And she definitely looks like a Thundercat. Yo, I ain't even think of that shit like that. Jaguar definitely looks like a fucking Thundercat right now. Miss Ravioli says, Redemption song, are you meditating? No, she was talking about the Jaguar name. And Miss Ravioli says, Jaguar is speaking her truth. Allow her to use her voice, gentlemen.
It's not her truth. This is somebody else.
She can say her truth, somebody else's truth. But if you say my name is Jaguar or Tuma Akamuga and then fucking say you've been stretched, we're going to laugh. That's a fact. We're going to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Redemption says, Miss Ravioli, good vibes, laughing at her nonsense at the end. Exactly. And Louisville says, was she a student of Dr. York? Those names sound like one of his, possibly. You never know. I know Jay-Z was a student of Dr. York, I believe. Aki Bella says, man, these some old grandparents from the 90s and with their panties in a bunch. Yeah, but this is the thing. History repeats itself. You know what I mean? So if we turn a blind eye to what was going on, then the shit's gonna keep happening. You feel me? People are still gonna get molested for single deals, 360 deals.
I would say this though, right? In this Me Too era, you can't be sucking dick for no demo deal. You can't. You just can't be doing that. You got to let somebody know, and you can let anybody know.
Anybody.
It's too many outlets.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what?
Hey, how you think that came about?
But nobody,
nobody like, Diddy, I'll do anything.
But nobody cares.
Anything you say.
But nobody cares if a black man gets molested, though. That's the thing. Nobody cares if you're a black man and you suck Puff Daddy dick. They're gonna look at you like, yo, that was a choice, nigga. Nobody's gonna.
Baby, who that is? Oh, that's just Puff Dad.
Yeah, they're not gonna. And nobody's gonna give a fuck about that shit. You know.
And then nobody's really mad because this is really a business transaction. This ain't even really no molestation. This is a business transaction.
Yeah, that's
Diddy was like, yo, you take care of me, I take care of you. And then and I was like, what do you mean?
Hey, he took care of him, allegedly he took care of him. Ms. Ravioli says, Jaguars waking up. This is how victims sound for real. That's fine, but we're not talking about what happened to her once again, Ms. Ravioli. We're talking about what happened to somebody else. She's telling other people's stories, and we don't know if it's true. She's telling Christopher Williams' story and this lawyer's story. And Puffy.
You know what I find interesting? This story is about Christopher Williams being the victim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being coerced into doing something for his career.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow she made the secretary who walked in, and she got fired. She made the secretary the victim, right? And she's like, oh, I hired her, and She wasn't no victim. She wasn't sucking dick. She wasn't sucking dick for a job.
Nah, but she had to keep a secret to keep her.
But she couldn't keep a secret. Why she lost her job? We just went through this with a lady walked on. She walked in on the dude beating off in the conference room. We just went through this.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut and stop walking into these people's offices.
Listen, but she said that she said when Puffy asked her about it, according to the story, we're gonna go to. We don't know if the story's true, but according to the story, Puffy asked the lawyer was wrong, and she said she didn't have a problem with it, but why was the door unlocked?
You don't walk in, period. You give it that. Okay, if I come in, that's what you do.
Fair enough. Let's get to these comments. Just One Love says, are we going to talk about the Illuminati rituals and chicken all morning? I thought Brooklyn Hacho came to share his favorite episode. I'm just getting through the comments. You know what I mean? The comments are good, so we're going to get through the comments. Lovell says, Steph is not only the top executives. Go listen to Choke No Joke. Yeah, Choke No Joke is another podcaster who was a filmmaker who saw a lot, did a lot, and he exposes people as well. Ms. Ravioli says, how can anyone speak their truths? It's impossible if when a victim speaks, people keep waiting in denial. What does a truthful statement sound like to you, gentlemen? A truthful statement sounds like one that could be backed up with evidence. Outside of that, it's just hearsay. But once again, this is not her truth. This is somebody else's story according to her. According to her, Ms. Ravioli, it's just somebody else.
J1 Wright ain't no victim.
Well, she's been a victim. According to her, she's been a victim of other things. But now she's done spoke of what she's been a victim of. But now she's telling on everybody else. Like everybody who's responding to her initial talk speaking up is like getting the blunt of her wrath, basically, or
This
anybody.
remind me when Raz B got molested and tried to say, "Oh, no, everybody was getting molested," and everybody looking at him like, "Nah, bro, it was just you." Oh, so you saying it was just me?
Yes,
Yeah, we saying it was just you.
I don't.
I know y'all was getting molested too.
No, I believe.
Nah, it was just
I
you.
believe Raz B said when he said it wasn't just him personally. I don't think a cousin is going to molest one cousin and not molest the rest of them. I don't.
Bro, that's how it works. They always pick one out. You don't just molesters don't rape every child they see. That's
this the thing. I don't know what molesters do totally on a normal, in their normal lives, but we're in the industry. So what I'm saying is, first of all, this is the same cousin who put out Immature, and we had this conversation. Don't make me pull up the pictures. Immature photo shoots was looking mad sus, and that means there was an adult there who was Chris, who was in charge of those photo shoots. Take your socks off, take your shirt off, lay together in the bed. You understand what I'm saying? And thought that was a good idea. So it couldn't have started with Raz B. I believe Raz B when he say it started with Immature. And then when it got down to Raz B, he not going to just make only Raz. Because remember, Raz B's story was he was making them take showers before the office meetings, which is where we got it from in Monkey Gang. When Kiss and Cuzzle, when they said, Small Steezy said he made us take showers for the office meetings. That's where we got that from. So this the thing, right? So this the thing, right? You know what I mean? He's not going to just make one of them go through this thing for the record deal. They all got to go through it for the record deal. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, that's what I believe. But I don't want to debate. I want to get through. I want to get through the rest of the comments though. You know what I mean? And Redemption says we're not victim blaming, shaming, but the end was humorous. It really was. Lord Vell says, Miss Ravioli, I agree with you somewhat, but I will say that I don't believe Megan Thee Stallion. We have to hear. I don't believe Megan Thee Stallion. We have to hear both sides. Okay.
So y'all believe Jaguar right, but y'all don't believe Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all seen the bullet wounds. That's crazy. When you see physical evidence, you don't believe that. But believe a story about 30 years ago by between us that she wasn't there, about a secondhand story.
Listen, I don't. That's Lorville. Chris says so. That's why he had the name Puffy Combs. That's why she was calling him Honeycombs, at least. Just one says Harlem Shake wear hard in the South clubs, and Keenan Khan says I was trying to get my Harlem Shake going to GA. Okay. Chris says I was doing the Harlem Shake heavy as a kid, and then Miss Ravioli says the audience does not know how to properly identify a truthful victim, because deep down, there's fear of knowing the truth can readily identify victim and or predator. I don't think it's that serious. I don't think nobody's scared of identifying predators. I just think people have their, point of views. That's all, Miss Ravioli. Salute to you, nevertheless, and we rock with you heavy, and we glad you're in the mix. Keenan says my mom was the same way. Speaking about when I spoke about how my mother was, Eggy says wow, and Antoinette says she also said that he sex trafficked people too. He was doing a bunch of videos blacking out on a bunch of people. She did say that as well. She did say that if you paid for someone to fly somewhere or you transported someone to sexually assault them or be with them or molest them or whatever, that is sex trafficking. She did say that in the video as well. But I don't think you can sex traffic full-grown adults. You know what I'm saying? I think it has to be people unwillingly wanting to go. So I didn't take that too serious. Eki says, thank you, Logic. Be kind to us, Black women. We love and ride for y'all. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope I didn't go over I hope I didn't jump over the edge after she said that, because that's an older comment. Yasin says, I'm not saying anything bad about Mary. Let's clear that up. But I said that to say it's always something to be said. True. I mean, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Keenan says, didn't Christopher Williams get locked up last year for stealing cell phones or something? He probably looking for another demo deal now.
Hey, listen, if you was sucking dick for a deal that didn't last you through the next decade, bro, you lost. Okay, you got the short end of the stick. No pun intended.
Redemption says Bojangles is garbage. Keenan agrees. Miss Rario says Jaguar did not say she witnessed any acts. This is how child molesters get off. So the courts also operate off of it's the victim story to tell. How can a victim child or otherwise cry? So this is the thing, Miss Ravioli. She's talking about a grown woman who lost her job or quit the job because of what she saw, and she saw a grown man sucking dick for a record contract. So I think we're using victim a little loosely at this point. You know what I mean?
Very loosely.
I don't think it was any real victims in this story. It was grown men getting their rocks off for record. You know what I mean? They was,
You can't be that old. You can't be that old. Listen, understand how gay works. You know what I'm saying? Once you suck a dick, that's it. It's like a gang initiation. The only way out is through a box. That's it. You in there for life.
all right, so Chris, you know what? I just wanted let me see something really quick. I'm trying to see Christopher Williams' age. He's 53. I want to look up the age really quick because she's keep with this victim shit. So, and your man Puff Daddy, Puffy Combs.
He was grown back then.
It was okay, Puffy. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Check this out, Miss Ravioli, Sister Ravioli. Christopher Williams is 3 years older than Puff Daddy.
Wow.
So that man was sucking.
Yo, what is going on, man? I'm over here working. I'm about to log off, man. What the hell are y'all niggas doing in here, man? What the hell's going on?
Listen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. You came back hella like straight. Go ahead.
If this story is true, Miss Ravioli, then Puff Daddy was, let's say, 18 years old. If it's true, Miss Ravioli, and he was sucking Puffy's dick for a deal, and we know Puffy was a young record exec. If that means if Puffy was 18, Christopher Williams was 21. Okay? He was sucking a younger man than him off, allegedly, for a record deal. There's no victim here. No victim here.
If anything, Christopher Williams seduced Diddy.
Yeah, go ahead, Brooklyn. You got it. Your shit froze.
Steph is, as Steph has individualized it and specified, it wasn't a deal for an album. It was a deal. It was a single on the New Jack City soundtrack, correct?
Wait, that was the song that we were listening to earlier?
Hit that.
Or we were watching earlier? That's that?
You need a hit, man. That's it. Don't wake me up. I don't know. That's the New Jack City soundtrack joint. That's what he did it for.
I don't know. We was just saying that. I don't know if that was
lost. So Jah, what up, man?
It could have been a song that we didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? It could have been after that or before that. We were just speculating with that. We don't know if that was the actual song, but if it was, we sure he made some bread off of that soundtrack.
I'm about to say, man, I still listen to that song. That song slap.
Keenan's laughing. He says churches over Bojangles. No, sir.
Nah.
No, sir. Churches got that big mutated lump at the end of the wing. I'm not fucking with the
Churches biscuits be underrated low key though.
Yeah, I like the Church's biscuit, but
especially when they fresh, must slap.
Redemption agrees with Keenan. She's like, now I love Churches. The only one I know of in the DMV is in DC. They used to all be in the rough areas. And Redemption said, Schoolboy, you gotta go. There's several in here in VA to that restaurant that she was talking about.
Churches or the Chanban or some shit like that. Chan.
Ms. Rabiot says, cry out if they are fearful. If any human had your daughter, son fearful, would you care who told everyone what alleged happened? Yeah, tell me. Don't tell the fucking public so you can shame somebody. Tell me so I can kill that nigga. What is you talking about? Tell me. Don't tell the fucking YouTube. Don't tell YouTube and then say you've been scratched. My name is Jaguar. Boom. Tell me, motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
Jaguar Honda hum.
Yeah. Out of here. Tell me. Keita says you right at Redemption. We had like okay, yeah. So I think we're good with the chicken stories. Redemption says could be true, but it is hearsay. That's a fact. Milzane says man, me too. Chicken talk and Bojangles equal Terry Crews. And Terry Crews got his dick grabbed on by some movie exec apparently. And Redemption is laughing at Steph. And then Miss Riley says Jaguar, the attorney, CW, anyone else are all victims of being silenced by fear. Intimidation and power are used by abusers to create fear. Anybody must call out their abusers. And I think I addressed that as much as I can. And Redemption says I don't think it's that deep. And Eki says it's all good. Good. I'm glad. Ms. Ravioli says folks are scared that someone they know is a predator. That's why it's so difficult to accept the truthful indicators of a predator/abuser. And once again, I don't think you should always assume where people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? Laura Vell says, bruh, hell no, Meg lying. Let's see what happens when the truth comes out. Matter of fact, her story doesn't even make sense to me. Me and her friend told a different account. I'm not throwing Tori away just yet. And Redemption is laughing. Redemption also says, Laura, what do you think happened? No shade. Clearly she wasn't shot in the foot, but something happened. I mean, did someone chop off a piece of her foot? Because I see like that picture I saw, like a nice chunk of meat was missing. Yasin says, Miss Ravioli, us victims need to stick together. DM me. And Miss Ravioli says, sounds legit. And Miss Ravioli says, for all the victims listening out here, if anyone has ever forced, light, or heavy forced you to suck a glizzy at any age, you are a victim. It's not your fault. Miss Ravioli, heart goes out to you. And listen, I'm gonna say, if you're a grown man and you suck a dick for a record contract, I don't have no sympathy for you. You just suck the dick. That's what I'm gonna say, Miss Ravioli. You a grown ass man sucking a nigga 3 years younger than you dick for a record contract. I don't have no sympathy for you. You was gonna suck a dick anyway. That's what it sounds like to me, if that's what you did. But Christopher Williams, tell your story, my dude, if you ever see this. Miss Ravioli says children do not cry out to their loved ones because they are protecting their loved ones from legal consequences. And Laura Bell says Redemption. So Meg and her friend got into Pete. That's why they are not cool. I think he meant beef. That's why they're not cool anymore. And something happened. I don't think Tori did it. Well, we're not going to speculate. We don't know who did what. Let's talk for a minute. The title of this episode is "We Thank You." Let's talk for a minute our favorite episodes and/or moments on the show. I don't know. The comments kind of went ham, so I don't know if I can go up all the way to what you said in the beginning. Brooklyn Hot Show. Let me see if I can find it.
I think it was 27.
Episode
27. The moment was 47:30.
Oh, that's my dude right there. You remember this joint? So let me pull that joint up. And Steph, you had something to say too. But I also want to talk about our favorite, not just our favorite moments, but I want to talk about the audience for a minute as well. I really appreciate our audience. You feel me? And with that being said, I don't know. I should have wrote this down in advance, but I told you I had a long ass weekend. Tell me that episode again one more time. I'm sorry.
Episode 27.
All right, cool.
And I think the time was 47:30. I mean, I had a few, but this right here was something to me.
All right, 47:30.
Yeah.
So it's the one with me, Steph, and Smiles.
That's episode 27.
said 27. It's episode 27, but it's on the playlist is number 28 is the video, but it's episode 27. So let me just pull it up. So does this look familiar to you?
Nah.
So it's probably it's probably video 27, not episode 27. So I'll pull it up to the next one. Because remember, we got banned in the beginning. So I want to say my favorite episode probably might be the first one. And we got banned. We got shut down. So I had to re-upload it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I had to re-upload it. And when I re-uploaded it, I had to upload it in 2 parts. Well, I didn't have to. I just thought it makes sense to upload it in 2 parts. You said minute what? 47?
Yeah.
Okay, so oh shit. I think somebody got knocked out.
47, 30 seconds in. All right, well, shit. I don't know how to really get to that chat to see where it was.
Look familiar right here?
Hold up. I'm real stupid with this stuff.
It's all good. Well, I see somebody laid out on the floor, so
Nah.
that wasn't good. All right, well, let us know what it is. I think he'll be back. But yeah, let's talk audience members really quick. Hold on, Miss Riley going.
Hey, speaking of audience members, shout out to Sleazy Key for the donation. I just have peeped and seen that.
All right, so let's start there. Let's start there. You know what I mean? Because we're just starting out. We're never begging for donations. We do accept donations, but who do you feel is like the most supportive?
Definitely Brooklyn Honcho and Sleazy Key. They definitely be just showing love all the time. Definitely. As far as in the chat, it's
let's start. Let's stick with the donations. Who?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because we can go into that part as well. But
Sleazy Key by far.
Sleazy Key is definitely the most consistent with the donations. Like I pretty much get a donation for from Sleazy Key every episode. Every episode. However, I want to say Brooklyn Honcho is probably donated the most, I want to say, and I haven't tallied it up, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we might have to do an audience award one day. But Sleazy Key is definitely the most consistent. You know what I mean? That's by far the most consistent. And I also want to shout out to Reva Girl, aka Act McDowell. She also donates, and Redemption also donates as well. But Sleazy Key, if we was giving our awards today, you would definitely be the one for the most consistent person to donate to us. Who do you think is the most the funniest in the chat? Who would you say is the funniest in the chat? I'm gonna start with you, Schoolboy. Who's the funniest in the chat to you?
I don't know, man. Sometimes Miss Ravioli has her days. I think most supportive would go to Redemption song. Let's see.
Well, all right. So we took it from funny to supportive. So let's go back to supportive. Let's stick on supportive since you said that. And I just I want to agree with you. Like Redemption was there from day 0.
Yeah.
Day 0. I feel like Redemption hasn't missed a show yet. You know what I mean? There's a few people that haven't missed shows too, but she was there from the inception. You know what I'm saying? And she stays on the check-in. So salute to you, Redemption song.
Definitely salute to Miss Redemption.
But funny. Who's the most funniest to you? Who makes you laugh the most in this chat?
I'm trying to look. Virginia Slim be having his moments, man.
It got to be out of Virginia Slim
and Keenan
Kong. Yes, see
Keenan, yeah.
Keenan Kong. See, we laugh just saying his name. We already know. And Mills Lane.
Hey, one person who don't be in here like that, but when he do be in here, it's hilarious. Is Kelso.
Oh, my nigga Kelso.
Kelso is wild.
Facts. So I will put those 4 up. We will have to vote on it. But Kelso is fucking hilarious too. Yeah, that's a fact. So I would say out of the funniest chats with those 4 people. Well, and Mills Lane also donate. So salute to Mills Lane for that too.
Oh yeah, Mills Lane do donate too. Yeah, shout out there.
Them 4 dudes is probably the funniest dudes in the chat. And if I had to give it to one of them though, hey, look, my nigga Keenan came through in the crush too. How could we forget?
Oh, that might be it though.
Yeah, you
that
right.
might be the answer.
Yeah, Keenan, you might have shot yourself in the foot for the award, bro, because HB2N is a funny motherfucker, yo. That I don't even know how we forgot about him. We taking it light. We didn't even organize this. We didn't organize this. This weekend's been crazy for me. We might have to do a legit audience award episode or something like that. But this is like a customer and or viewer appreciation type of show. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, HB2N is funny as fuck. But maybe it will have to be between him and Keenan as the funniest. That's what we have to, and guys in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are. And Redemption says, thank you. Nah, it's about thank you today. You know what I'm saying? It's thank you today. It's thank you today. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? This goes without saying. And who's the most militant?
Muhammad X. Shakur.
You're 100% right. To a motherfucking default, man. That guy, man, that's my guy. But god damn, sometimes, you know what I mean? Too early in the morning for that shit. Muhammad X. Shakur. But that's the homie, you know what I mean? Definitely the most militant. What about informative? Because we got our audience is real informative. They're not just funny, they're really informative. Who do you think is the most informative? Who comes through with some information every time?
Redemption Song 76. Like she be knowing everything about everything.
Facts. Redemption stay coming through. Her and Keenan though. Keenan be knowing some shit too. But I would definitely have to get that award to Redemption. You know what I'm saying? Who do you say? And on my fault. So Schoolboy, you didn't really answer these questions. This is me and Steph right now. You got to answer some of these questions too, man. You got to show your knowledge of the audience as well. Your mic is on Teddy Riley, bro. Your mic is still on Teddy Riley.
This nigga acting like he confused.
What's up with your headsets, man? Who was it who called him?
My fault. Well, say that one more time.
We said we want to know your audience to the audience, your knowledge of the audience too, man. You got to answer some of these questions too, bro.
I just answered a question.
Some of them, and then you just kind of faded out with your headsets,
right,
man.
Go ahead, my bad.
Keenan says biggest hater equals King So.
Oh yeah, King So is the biggest hater.
Biggest hater. But deeper than that, I would say with the corniest jokes. God damn, King So. But we're gonna talk about the troll situation too, because there's an article that I want to bring up that talks about trolling. You know what I'm saying? And the trolls actually made the news. I don't know if you guys seen that, but the trolls actually made the news. Not our trolls.
Oh, okay.
Trolls
I'm about to say we're gonna have to start calling this morning segment Alcoholics Anonymous.
Bro, this is a mimosa.
You can drink that.
No, that ain't no mimosa, nigga. You just pour wine in there.
Nigga, it's Sangria Moscato, nigga. It's sparkly. Nigga, it's a replacement.
All right, so Brooklyn Hunter says episode 28.
See, I'm on that shit you don't know about, Schoolboy.
He on his chef shit, Schoolboy. That's what chefs do. All right, so here we go. Hold on. Let's play this moment. Brooklyn Honcho's favorite moment real quick. Let me just pull it up on the screen. Let's go. He says episode 28. I hear echo on your shit, man. I'm mute you real quick, Schoolboy. Episode 28 and around this time right here. Let's see what's going on.
Why would you be in favor of women coming out and they're being allowed to say whatever they want about men, accusing men about anything that they want to accuse a man about? And then if you accuse a woman about something, nobody believes you. That's not equal. Why would you be in favor of that? Logic.
Why would I be in favor of believing that it's possible? I believe it's possible, bro.
No, I ain't asked that. I said,
yeah, but you're putting words you're putting perspective into my mouth. You know what I mean? No, hold on. You're talking, but you're on mute. So just listen to what I'm saying. So I'm trying to respond to you. You know what I mean? You can't talk over people and then say that we're interrupting your train of thought. You asked me a question. First of all, don't put a perspective into my mouth. I do believe that there are women out there that do lie. But I'm not going to sit here and say, fuck women and all this extra shit that you're saying. That's just not my stance on it. My stance is I'm going to let the facts come out. You know what I mean? But what I'm not going to sit here and say is that it's not possible just because he's well sought after, just because he's popular, just because he's a porn star doesn't mean that he can't rape women. That to me is ridiculous.
That's not the question I asked you. I said, why would
but the question you asked me has nothing to do with my position. I'll let you ask the question again, but once again, don't put a position on me. If you heard what I said, you wouldn't ask me that stupid ass question. But go ahead.
In favor of just believing women just because. Are you in favor of that?
So ask it again. Say it again.
Are you in favor of believing women just because they're accusing a man?
I'm not going to just believe anybody because they're accusing a man. No, I'm going to let the facts come out, and I'm going to see how I'm going to put it in perspective. I'm going to see how many women is accusing them as well. You're talking, but no one's listening. You're on mute. Listen to what I'm saying so you can get an answer. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to look at the facts. I'm going to look at how many people is accusing this dude. I'm going to look at I'm going to look at the facts surrounding the situation. So right now,
you can't look at the facts.
Right now, the facts are there are 13 women accusing him. That's the facts.
You know how many women Ron Germany done smashed? 13 women ain't nothing. You know how many women this man done encountered? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting everything in perspective. I want to bring all the evidence. I don't care about you being a woman. I don't believe you just because you're a woman. You women lie too much. We're going to do a thorough investigation. If you don't have no evidence, I don't believe you. That's all I'm saying. You said the same thing I said.
No, I didn't say the same thing you said. Stop.
You said you're not in favor of believing women just because they're accusing a man.
I said I'm not going to just believe anybody. I'm going to look at the facts surrounding the scenario. That's what I said.
Look at the facts. I want a thorough investigation. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
A lot more than that. But Steph, go ahead.
All right.
I just said women lie. They do lie. Men lie too.
I got a few points, right?
I'm gonna assume the back and forth from Doug and I is what he was referring to. Damn, man, I was hoping for something more funny. That was definitely an awkward episode. You know what I'm saying? In that episode, me and Doug definitely went back and forth. I feel like that was the last time he was up here. And I feel like he got a little angry. He also said something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, if you get caught up, I'm going to believe that. I'm going to believe that as well. So he kind of, which I don't think is fair, J Doug, if you're listening. I don't think it's fair to wish that type of shit on me. Because if somebody does go to jail for something like that they didn't do, you know what I mean? Not only will I be not being able to take care of my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, the worst could happen to a brother like me, right? So that's not cool. But J Doug, we love you anyway, and we hope you come back. And I think J Doug might be coming back on Wednesday to talk about this whole Breonna Taylor thing. We're gonna comb through that whole situation with a fine-tooth comb. You know what I'm saying? And we got a new person to the chat, Willie Podcast. I believe that's Willie B. He's a rapper. He kind of sounds like ASAP Ferg a little bit. If you ever listen to his music, he says it must be Monday with a kind of emoji with that sweating. I don't know exactly what that means, but salute to you. You know what I mean? And keep making music. And we're glad that you checked in. Salute to you. And yes, it is a Monday. Just one love says J Doug ain't been back since. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. He hasn't been back since, but I think he will be back soon. Redemption says Willie is a good dude. Yeah, I believe Willie is probably a good dude. I don't know him well, but I believe he rides out for his who he works with. You know what I'm saying? He's a rider. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his style reminds me of ASAP Ferg a lot when you listen to his music. I enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? But I do think it's real remnants of ASAP Ferg. But check out Willie B's music. I think you can go to his page at Willie Podcast. He doesn't have a podcast yet, but if you go to his page, Willie Podcast, you'll be able to see his music and music videos. And salute to Willie B, aka Willie Podcast. Steph, I believe you didn't give me the actual timestamps, but I believe you gave me some video footage of some of your favorite moments.
I did. I forgot to drop those times.
It's all good. It's all good. You know, we're gonna screen share regardless. So let's go. This is from Steph's favorite moment. And once again, thank you guys. And we're not done bigging up the audience. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to salute you all. We're not done bigging up the audience and talking about who's our favorites when it comes to what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. This is one of Steph's favorite moments, and we're going to play it right now. But you can't have any. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But we're going to go into the next story. But before we do that, we're going to pull up your man, J-Dub.
Amazing. What's going on?
What's going on?
Boy? Oh, I rewinded. My bad.
Everybody, Schoolboy must have got 3 motherfucking shirts. I see that in that every other week.
It doesn't make any sense. But, we're going to go on to the next story. But before we do that, we're going to pull up your man, J-Dub.
Amazing. What's going on?
What's going on? Boy?
Not to it. Good morning, everybody. Schoolboy must have got 3 motherfucking shirts. I see that in that every other week. But good to see you. And who wear a blue undershirt? What the fuck? You know, proper undershirt is white or black. You know that, right? But it just looks crazy, my nigga.
You know.
All right. That white guy dressed you this morning. You put a real shirt as an undershirt. Look like that's what you did. That's a Nike real shirt, t-shirt, not no undershirt. All right.
Okay. J-Dub with the jokes, top of the morning. Okay.
All right.
Keep them coming.
If there's any people out there with clothing companies in the chat or anybody comes across this, we are looking for sponsors. How about that? Let's just say that.
Oh, now you want to button it up. You should have hit that shirt with a lint brush.
Just move.
That's that new version.
I just moved.
Off the back.
I'm trying to figure out where all my clothes are.
I'm trying to figure out where all your clothes are. I done seen you with that shirt 3 times on this show.
That's not true.
I'm about to go pull up some receipts.
Hey, look, we can't shop nowadays in COVID as easy or do. I mean, I don't know. All right, look, let's go to some of these comments before we move on to the next topic. And thank you. There's no logic for rapists, but you can't have any. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But
video starting over.
We're going to go on to the next story. So there's that, and that was, you know, it's funny when you sent me that.
That was hilarious.
I said, "Damn, you stole one of my moments, man." That was definitely one of the moments I wanted to get at. I definitely want to get at that moment. There's another moment you sent us, Steph. So let me pull that up as well. You sent us you sent us 3 moments. Salute to you.
No,
man.
I'm about to say you ain't got to play those moments. Them pretty much. It was just like every time J-Dub came into the chat, he would start off with a roasting Schoolboy a little bit.
Bring on our 4th co-host. Good morning, J-Dub. What's up?
Yo, back in the building. It's amazing.
I don't know why they're playing sideways though.
Amazing.
Good morning, my neighbor.
You good? You good, bro?
What's up, my nigga? My neighbor, my nigga. They get the dumb shit rolling. I'm talking about my neighbor. I ain't Mr. Rogers. They get the dumb shit.
Even with dementia and stuff like that, that might be something that's in his future. Give him the lanes of leadership for him to run the country and for him to be, a leader of.
Back in, I ain't Mr. Rogers. They get the dumb shit popping. Yeah, money, my nigga.
Let's read some of these comments before we go on to the next subject and introduce our special guest.
Who's the special guest that episode?
Tim says he just admitted he was there to sabotage the black vote, which is a good point. Yeah. Likeable Asshole Podcast says slavery was a choice. Yo.
Who was the special guest that episode?
I believe this was the episode where we had Slick the Relic on because he was talking about the NFC, the NFAC, his experience
Okay.
in March.
Oh, that was a good episode.
That was a
From
really good
there.
episode. I think we missed
Since slavery was a choice, that boy done before he started. Oh, yeah, that boy's done before he started. Yeah, I feel you. Facts about Planned Parenthood.
I think we missed the part where he roasted him. But
no, that wasn't that one.
So is this one?
Yeah, that was that one. If I knew you were gonna play, I would have edited the video.
JahLogic, this is the morning rant, and I want to introduce my two co-hosts, Schoolboy and J Dub. What's going on, players?
We in the building, baby. Morning
What up?
time.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. That schoolboy trying to look all sophisticated, nigga. You just talk about smashing hoes. Don't even try to look all like intelligent.
Smashing hoes? What is smashing hoes?
Amazing.
Nigga start snitching early, bruh.
I hope you got some pants on today. You put in a twist last week.
I can't confirm facts, sir.
Oh Lord.
All right, man. So those are the clips from Steph. We saw Brooklyn Honcho's favorite moment. We saw Steph's favorite moment. Steph kind of stole one of my favorite moments too. I thought it was really hilarious when he used to try to get at Schoolboy. But Schoolboy got jokes too, though. You know, don't sleep on Schoolboy. Schoolboy will roast your ass. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I think one of my favorite episodes was when we talked about a dude from the NFAC actually working for Trump. That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious.
When homeboy was in the back of Trump with the church hands, telling Trump to go on with, you know what I mean, with the situation and all that. That was pretty funny. And if anybody got any moments they want to bring up, feel free to put it on the screen now, or just call us up. Give us a call, and we'll talk with you about our favorite moments. But real quick,
I actually gotta run, man.
Okay, you out right now?
Yeah. I gotta get in that office, man. I got my phone ringing off the hook like crazy. So
Give them one of your favorite times, though. One of your favorite episodes before you get up out of here.
man, honestly, the blue shirt, that was hilarious. Like I felt terrible that day. I think I had just moved. I couldn't find any of my clothes, so I'm gonna put this shit on. And I think I meant to button that shit up, and I'm gonna let it ride. And none of y'all niggas said shit, which I thought was real funny when J Dub said something though.
Hey,
y'all some assholes for that, boy.
Yo, because he comes on looking to flame you. I don't come on here looking to roast you. I don't. So it'd be different. Like he got a whole different mindset when he get on live.
So yeah. I think I'm trying to think of my favorite moment. It's a lot of them for me, man. Like it's just I like getting on the line and talking shit. So
all right, so
I gotta look.
That's what I'm saying. Let's table this. Are you down to do somewhat of like a documentary type thing on this, where we could just kind of like do some interviews and chop up the episodes? But we got to go over all the episodes. They're like, we're going to be in our 40th episode. You know what I mean? This Wednesday it's going to be crazy. If we was in person, I would say some furniture would probably start moving. I expect tensions to be high. We're going to be talking about Breonna Taylor. But after 40 episodes, you know what I mean, at least 3 hours a piece, you know, there's a lot of hours to go through. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like go through it. Let's go through it and let's do something, because I can't say right now on the air, but I've spoken to you about this, Schoolboy. We have some shit going on where we're gonna need even more content for. So I think that would be a dope thing to create. So let's table it. And but if anybody wants to call in and tell us about your favorite moments, feel free. And you have a good day, Schoolboy. And I want to say Schoolboy with the almost perfect attendance as far as co-host goes. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's probably like the one closest with the closest to the
Hey man, yeah. Lately I've been spotty, but we'll pick it up.
No doubt, my dude. I appreciate you, Yurt. No doubt. So any other kudos you want to give out to the audience? You know what I'm saying? Stefan, anybody else you want to, any honorable mentions that you want to, you know, salute anybody for any particular reason? I particularly enjoy how Miss Ravioli came up from the comments and checking us like she did today. G checking us on what it means to be an abuser, what it means to be abused. And she, you know, it could have went left, you know. So you have some people who watch shows and then they don't like the show, and then they end up, you know, talking about the show till they end up building, next you know, their whole YouTube over not liking the show. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Miss Ravioli, she asked us, well, could she do that? We told her don't do it. We asked her to come on. She did, and I think she did just fine. What's your thoughts on Miss Ravioli?
One, I love Miss Ravioli. Shout out to Miss Ravioli. Much love. However, I found it hilarious the first interaction between you and Miss Ravioli. Because even when you was agreeing with her, she said, "You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." And it drove your ass crazy. Your ass was like, "What do you mean? See, I don't even think you're listening to our point of views."
You know what it was? She you know what it was? Miss Ravioli charged us all with having the same point of view. And if anybody watches the show, we don't have the same point of views. You know what I mean? So we all speak on things. We all have different point of views about them. And she just kept charging us with having the same point of view. And that really just, you know, that shit kind of made me a little mad. Not to the point where I was like, fuck her or anything like that. But it was just like, yo, what are you talking about? Are you listening? You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate her for pulling up and actually being part of the show versus just being someone in the comments who had you know, something to say. Speaking about people in the comments with something to say, Lorvell says, hold on, here we go. Lorvell says, yes, when Steph got into it with King So. And I'm assuming he meant the first time. I'm assuming he meant the first time. You remember that? You remember King So getting on your nerves the first time?
Honestly, let me tell you what it stemmed from. The first time, it was at the end of a show. King So had made a gay joke, and I just pretty much like, I don't play like that, right? He took that as something personal, and he took it to the next episode. So everything after that, he started coming after me, because before then he was just fine,
right.
But he got sensitive. It's like, because I said I don't play like that. Then he's like, okay, I'm gonna troll you. And even the trolling really didn't bother me too much until he just brought my kid into it. And I'm just like, all right, bro.
Right. That's when he crossed the line. Yeah, I agree with you there. Brooklyn Honcho says, when Schoolboy came back with coronavirus and said it was allergies.
Pay attention.
Oh man. So and I think people agree with him in there. And Miss Ravioli says, as far as when we were speaking about, she says, I was actually saying all of the points of views were slightly off. No, you wasn't. You was actually kept charging us with the same point of view because you were only responding to one of the points, and you hadn't heard all of the point of views because even you admit that you came in the episode later. You hadn't heard what I said. So me, as the person who more times moderate the episodes, my point of view comes off maybe a little in the beginning, maybe towards the end, but you hardly even hear mine, which is why I was the one who took it the most offensive, because I give everybody a voice up here, even when I don't agree. And there's a lot of times I don't agree. So for you to just say, you know, we all were saying the same thing, I wasn't feeling that.
She was like, Antoinette, do you know how to identify a victim?
Oh yeah, and I was like, and I was like, well, actually, Antoinette is a victim of domestic violence. I got in my feelings for Antoinette, and Antoinette is someone who supports us wholeheartedly. I always appreciate. Yes. I always appreciate the after show, you know, shout outs and you know, point of view from Antoinette. And Virginia Sim says, Meg getting shot made me want to rewatch Harlem Nights. So we didn't see her get shot, but we did see her wobble away. Out of the car. But I definitely want to salute her. Virginia Slim is also someone who I feel was in here since day zero. I feel like you know, as soon as we started streaming, Virginia Slim was there. And I want to say salute to that man as well. And I feel like I'm gonna miss certain people, but Aki Beffa, I definitely want to salute that man. That dude is a loyalist. He comes back, you know what I mean? He sticks with us. There are a lot of people that stick with us, but
Please, Aki. I think we dropped him already.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned CZ Key. And the thing about CZ Key is that's somebody who I know in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's really my partner in real life. Like he really hurt you about me. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate CZ Key just in general. You know what I'm saying? As my brother. But Gene Sim says the quadruple amputee episode. So listen, that episode, that's one of the main reasons we got to go on Patreon after the 40th. We're gonna have to put the whole first season on Patreon as we move forward into the second season, because it's not that we on some money hungry type time, because you know, if people sign up, they sign up. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna hear us talk the way we was talking in season 1, you're gonna have to pay for that shit at this point. You're gonna have to pay to have that type of ammo on us, because we left a lot of ammo on the table. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, I charge Keenan Kong with this, but Virginia Slim or anybody else for that matter, if you can grab the episode and time of that particular episode, we will be much appreciative, and we'll pull it up. I don't know exactly what episode that was. We don't title our episodes most of the time, so we definitely didn't title that one. We kind of leave all the jewels buried within the show. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of be watching us to know what type of time we on. But definitely that episode was definitely one of my top episodes as well. Schoolboy's not here to defend himself, but I remember he tried to deny it, that he said that was one of his bucket lists. He did. He said he wanted to take down a quadruple amputee as one of his bucket lists. Right? And that was on his bucket list. Brooklyn Hunter says, when we first learned JahLogic was Bullet from Monkey Gang.
Oh, when I seen I knew you was in it, but when I looked and I said, because you know Casey look a lot different now,
right?
I was like, hold up, that's Casey. Ah, hell no.
Yeah, I see that shit too. I see you ain't peeped that. And yeah, man, that was definitely Casey playing Murder Homicide. But yo, you know what? Speaking of trolls, I want to bring this up real quick, because we did speak on trolls really quick.
To take Silicon Valley's biggest companies by surprise in 2016.
I want to talk about these Russian trolls who made the news. These Russian trolls made the news, and I want to play this, and I have a point for it, but I want to play this joint real quick.
The Russian effort to try to have these coordinated information operations on Facebook and also the internet more broadly was not something that we were expecting.
It turns out similar tactics have been used for decades.
U.S. officials have uncovered some 6 incidents of alleged Soviet forgeries around the world. Some of the demonstrations are encouraged, even supported by the Soviet Union. The State Department has copies of other documents allegedly forged by the KGB and fed to friendly publications.
So what has changed? It's the platforms. Those stories appeared in magazines and newspapers, but now social media is the primary target.
We use all means available to do damage to the enemy. The United States was the main adversary, the enemy. We hated you guys.
Jack Barsky is a former spy for the Soviet Union. He spent years living in the US undercover, spying on America on behalf of Russia. Back then, the secret organization Service A was the engine that ran the Soviets' disinformation operations.
Service A was primarily staffed by people who didn't know American society. They were people who never have been to the US.
That secret group was full of KGB agents whose job it was to make false American documents. And then stories based on those false documents spread.
A story would appear, for example, in a paper in India, and it would be picked up by a paper in Indonesia. And the same piece would then get picked up by someplace in Eastern Europe, and then Western Europe. And then it would become a quoted piece. Sources say the US invented AIDS. Sources say that the US is spreading disease. It would snowball is the bottom line. It would take, let's say, 4, 5, 6 months for a story to take hold, for the disease to show itself.
In those days, it was pretty hard to disseminate this kind of information. It took a lot of work, and you really had to focus on who do you want to do damage to with the resources that you had. Nowadays, it's so much easier. You know, social media makes it possible.
Today, there are countless internet trolls spreading false information. Millions of tweets sent in the build-up to the 2016 US presidential election were eventually discovered to have come from the Internet Research Agency. That's a Russian troll farm and propaganda operation linked to the Kremlin.
Essentially what we see is, especially from the Russians, is like a turning up the volume on existing divisions.
This post-election protest outside New York's Trump Tower was organized by Russians on Facebook.
By using social media, Russian operatives can do a lot more damage.
During the Cold War, if you were an intelligence operative and you went overseas to seed an information operation, if you got caught, you'd be arrested. Today, you can do it from your home, from your office in Russia. If you get caught, your account gets suspended and you open up a new account. So from a risk-reward perspective, the risk back in the 80s and 70s was very high. The risk is very low, but the reward is very high.
Low risk, high reward. And the culprits can be difficult to spot, hiding in plain sight where we have our guards down on social media.
So there you have it. They're talking about, let me just turn that off. They're talking about trolls literally doing the government's bidding, their government's bidding. They're talking about trolls. They actually even went as far as to say that trolls organize a protest in America. Trolls from Russia organized a protest in America.
Yes.
Now, propaganda, you know, it's not a new tactic. People use propaganda, news, etc., to you know, control their people and more. You know what I mean? To rage war, to get people to you know, adhere to what their point of view is and all of that. Propaganda is nothing new. They used it on us as a people. They used it on our people. You know what I mean? As speaking of black and brown folk in this country. And now they're saying other countries, they're trolls. They're literally identifying the trolls as the ones who are raging war on us. The actual article from CNN says, after FBI tip, Facebook says it uncovered Russian meddling. And you can also find this article by just searching Russian trolls. Because
this is actually not new information. Well, in that first article, the stuff that they talk about, that's the stuff that happened in 2016 during the presidential election. I was I kind of sensed a lot of that was because like everything on your timeline, if you can remember that time, everything was blacks versus whites.
Right.
And it was a big racial divide. Every time you got on everything down my timeline was cop hate, racist cops.
Mm-hmm.
It was like memes that were controversial about Democrats and Republicans. You especially don't even fucking go to the comment section.
Right.
It's a rabbit hole.
Right.
With the racist shit. And it made you lose faith that that racism could end. Right? I'm still not sold on it that it's going to end anytime soon. But man, it really took a toll on my belief. And I will say this. Even if it's just 10% of people that's racist, it's a lot of fucking people.
Right.
It's a lot of fucking people.
And more times it might be more than that, but at the same time,
it's more than that. I'm just doing that.
At the same time, I feel your point. Like they could really divide us as a country from another country. But I kind of want to also bring that up to say this. There's different quote unquote sectors of YouTube, right? You know, people who fall under like people who watch the same 5-10 shows, you know what I mean? And so that's what forms a sector. And a lot of times in these sectors, especially the one we're in, we birth a lot of quote unquote trolls, people that don't like you, and then they'll go off and, you know, make it their business to expose everything every time you contradict yourself, every time you digging your nose on camera, every time you scratch your head wrong, anything, you know what I mean? Any picture where you don't look perfect, you feel me? They'll make memes about you, all types of shit, you know. And if anybody hearing this that, you know, that knows what I'm talking about, I just want to say, why is it that Russia trolls are using it to empower their country and our trolls are just taking down other people who look like them or attempting to? You know what I mean?
It's funny you said what you said, right? Because when me and King Soul would go back into it. One of the things that I specifically didn't like, I felt like was some whole shit. When you talking about some, I know you ain't talking. Episode 5, 251, 2 minutes and 51 to the episode. You said such and such. It's like, nigga, that like my bitch don't got memory like that.
Right. You know, and then deeper than that, you go to your social media accounts, try to turn regular family photos into something to be suspicious, and you know what I mean. So I just want to pose that question to anybody who's listening, anybody who ever indulges in that information, in that type of activity. Why is it that you will use? Because right now we live in an interesting time. We weren't, just like I said in the beginning when you asked me to block King Soul. And I hate to keep giving him light as like, because we're just using him as an example, you know what I mean? But it's like, why is it that you're using this power that we have, this information, we're in the information age, you know what I mean? We're actually in a time where technology is caught up to the place where we can level the field with playing field, you know what I mean? Like you got and then due to the quarantine, you have major radio stations streaming just like us right now, major television shows streaming just like us right now. You know what I mean? Using similar technology. They're you know what I mean? So right now the playing field is even. We have a certain power that we might not have for a long time. We might, eventually this much power that we have to put out information and to communicate with each other. Someone in New York, someone in Florida doing a show together, doing a morning show. You know what I'm saying? Like it might get regulated. I remember there was a time a few years ago where they was talking about regulating the internet, and they kind of still doing that slowly but surely. Like even how now you got to pay for your data. It's just not your phone plan anymore. It's your data. Like how much are you using it? What are you using it for? They regulating your internet speed, etc. So we might not always have what we have right now to do what we're doing right now. And now that we have it, we can be using it to do so much great things. But instead of doing great things and building together like what we did, where Miss Ravioli didn't agree with us, but she became a co-host to our show. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Honcho supports us. He was able to cam up with us and, give his point of view on the actual show. People get to call in. We get to actually decipher the news that a lot of times is propaganda, and we need to decipher it. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it, normalize it, and come up with more than the underlying subtext that they're feeding you. You know what I mean? So we might not always have this freedom. We might not always have this freedom to talk about the news so freely. Miss Ravioli talked about earlier about people being scared of people like Puff Daddy. We might not have the freedom to talk about Puff Daddy getting his dick sucked for, to give somebody a record deal or some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? The Facebook is cracking down. If you say Corona in certain posts, YouTube is cracking your shit down. You see what I'm saying? So these freedoms we have right now, we might not always have. So why is it? And I know I'm getting on my soapbox a little bit, and I see the numbers dropping, but fuck it. This is our show. We can do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Why is it we're using this freedom we have, this power we have to connect with each other, to build something strong that could actually exceed just the internet? You know what I mean? Instead, we're using it to take each other down. We could be networking. We could be starting businesses. Online businesses is the fucking wave right now. Online businesses is the fucking wave. We could be starting businesses. That type of retention we have that these shows get, you can start whole movements, whole companies. You can launch films, music projects. You know what I'm saying? You can launch clothing lines. You can launch any type of business damn near. You can launch, you know what I mean? Any type of company, consultant companies, whatever, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And instead, we're using this power to take each other down. You understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Russia's trolls is using it to fight a fucking war against our country. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're using it to fight a fucking war against our country, and we're using it to fucking call each other out on shit that ain't even true half the fucking time. To call out people's missteps and contradictions. Why the fuck would we do that? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody in the comments, can somebody chime in on this shit?
Well,
can anybody tell me what the fuck is the purpose of taking each other down?
Well, I wouldn't say take people down, but I understand
attempting to take people down. Attempting to take people down. But go ahead.
But yeah, even so, like some people go around spreading false information like these Russians did, right?
Right.
And while spreading this false information, there's no one there to check them.
Right.
They're like you have an influence, and you're spreading false information or being divisive. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll give a true stat, and that, you know, we always say the best lies are rooted in the truth. Like you'll give a stat, but you'll give an incomplete stat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like people always have their agendas, right? And as a writer, you know that every single character is the main character in his or her own story.
They're the protagonist, correct?
Right. So in their story, they're doing what they think is best for them, or what could advance whatever they got going on, and never for the body of the community or for the betterment of people. It's always for the betterment of self.
But
See what I'm saying?
I feel like in this example that I'm bringing up, it's for the embedment of a fucking joke.
Even when they tried to bring down R. Kelly, I didn't feel like they did that for the embetterment of young women. I think they did that for the check, because there was a check to be gotten. Don't be mistaken. There was a check to be getting.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the shit. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Go ahead, continue.
Because I remember they said, remember Dave Chappelle spoke about it, saying they came to him to do an interview. They were like, oh, he didn't want to do it. It was too high for TV.
Right.
Right.
He said, I didn't want to do it because I don't know him.
Right.
I never met him. What the fuck am I talking about R. Kelly for? Right. I remember that.
So it was just like, it was a bag to be checked. It was a bag to be gotten. Right. And if you get Dave Chappelle on, that takes you from here to here.
Right.
Because bringing Dave Chappelle on did not add any credibility to it, but his name has credibility.
Right.
Like he adds nothing. He adds no validity to the story because he's never met him.
Right. I'm just disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Like what I didn't say earlier is I'm disappointed in us idol worshiping people and allowing them to molest people in the game, in the industry. I did want to say that earlier. It is disheartening to find out that, you know, people that we didn't look up to or love their music is molesting people, even in the R. Kelly situation. That's disheartening too. You know what I'm saying? But with this right here, I'm really disappointed at us more as a people that we actually have this technology. People don't realize your cell phone, you can fucking get money from your cell phone right now. You know what I mean? You got apps where you can design the clothing, set up the online store, take the picture of you in the clothing, order the shit, set it up, have a store, all that from your cell phone. Your cell phone right now, you can start a business the way years ago somebody couldn't start a business. It would have took somebody years ago, not even a lot of years ago, 10, 15 years ago. It would have took them all types of machineries, location. You'd have had to have upstart money. You know what I mean? You'd have to have startup money. I mean, you feel me? You'd have to buy the clothes in advance, print on the clothes. You had to go out there, manually pass out flyers. You feel me? So we got all this potential and we're squandering that shit. Even if you just want to troll, why don't you find a right cause to troll? Why don't you find a just cause to troll for? Why don't you go troll the racist companies? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go find a racist company and troll them? You know what I'm saying? Prank call them. Fill up their fucking Facebook wall with all types of shit, exposing them.
And I'm about to say that too, because prank phone calling live and on point don't make sense to me.
Oh,
that made no sense.
Yeah, I remember that people was prank calling live and on point. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, why don't you go troll somebody who needs to be trolled, somebody who needs to be outed for doing some real fucked up shit, like some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? Or even worse. Instead, we finding people who are out there putting their face on the line to say unpopular opinion. You understand me? And putting themselves out there to the public, living their contradictions in public, because we all have contradictions. We all believe one thing, but we might not do it to a degree. You understand what I'm saying? We might not always walk right in exact according to what we feel.
Right. But that's normal. That's normal. Like, I'm gonna tell my son to do X, Y, and Z. I may not be able to do it, but that don't mean that I know better, and I want him to do better. You feel me?
Right.
I don't want him to follow my steps though.
Right. And Brooklyn Hunter says they monetize on bringing R. Kelly down with the whole season 2. It's worth of shit. You know, the whole season 2 is worth shit. Yeah, man. You feel me? So that was a good point. But I just wanted to pose that question to the audience. And nobody really has answers, but people are looking. I see people looking, but they're not answering. You know what I'm saying? If you feel guilty of this and you feel a way that I'm saying this shit, listen, man, it's never too late. It's never too late. You know what I mean? Find a company, a company that's involved with some fuck shit, troll them. Find a motherfucker, find a Karen and troll her. Find somebody like a George Zimmerman and troll that nigga. Put that nigga address on the internet. I seen an episode of one of these. I seen an episode of somebody of one of these shows in our sector, and they said that some people were putting their address out there. You know what I mean? And why would people put a podcaster's address out there? Put George Zimmerman address out there. You understand what I'm saying? Put one of these crooked motherfuckers who actually killed somebody unjust address out there. Put one of these child molesters address out there. Put that child molester who bailed out that we spoke about. Remember, he bailed out and they reduced his bond.
Yeah.
Some 80-something%. Big bond. Put his address out there. Troll that nigga. Troll the schools with the racist teachers. Troll them.
Talk your shit, dog.
Oh, I'm trying to knock it. You feel me? But that shit. It bothers me, man. It bothers me when I seen that. I said, "Damn, Russian trolls are fighting fucking war. They're fighting war using propaganda via trolls and actually setting up." Because you can do a lot if you're a smart troll. It's a lot you can do. They set up fucking protests in New York City from Russia as a troll. You follow me? You know what I'm saying? That because trolling ain't nothing but digital prank phone calls. Shit, I ain't gonna front. When I was a kid, me and my homies, we used to prank phone call people
all the time.
We got a nigga ass whip for troll. We called his parent. We told him we was the police. We told him we was the police that work in his school. He in a gang. He sell drugs. And when he get home, make sure you lift his shirt up and strip him because he got gang burns on him and all this shit. Yo, that parent was hot. And that nigga and the homie who went to school with him said he came to school different the next day. So I think we got somebody ass whipped. But we was young. We ain't know no better. We was bugging the fuck out. But you can do a lot as a troll. Why don't you troll some motherfuckers who really need to be trolled? Why don't you? Because you could troll. You could basically make a protest out of trolling in a sense is what I'm saying. You can really move bodies around. You can get motherfuckers hurt over trolling. You can get hurt trolling. You know what I'm saying? So why not do that shit for a just cause? That's all I'm trying to say. You feel me? Lorville says, Josh, some people ain't about it to put other races info out there. Yeah, that's a fact. Unless that other race is our race. Virginia Sims says they call out troll farms. They call them troll farms people. Let me see. Virginia Sims says, who dedicate all their time and energy to trolling? Apparently, a lot of motherfuckers, Virginia Slim. A lot of people. And if it's not all their time, it's their extra time. So for a lot of people, that's their whole pastime.
I don't think that was the question. I think those two comments were together.
Okay, so let me see. They call them troll farms, people who dedicate all their time and energy to trolling. Copy that. Mills Lane says, I prank called my friend's older brother telling him he enlisted in the Marines. That's some funny shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just want to throw that out there. I want to pose that to the audience. Brooklyn Honcho gave me another timestamp. He said episode 18, 1.57.35. And I pulled it up. And let's see what Brooklyn Honcho talking about. Let me know if this is a Brooklyn Honcho. I feel like it is, but like I said, our episodes are episode 18 is video 19 on the playlist. So if this is not it, just let us know and it'll probably be the next one. But I'll play it just to see if this is it. Let's see. Cool. So, all right, I just fucked that up. He said that.
This is actually one of my favorite episodes, actually.
But apparently, she's also coming out about her parents and her having some type of beef. So the article comes to us also from Azealia Banks, from Vlad TV, and it says Azealia Banks shares alleged text from her mom calling her a drug. A little insight of how we do things here. We come up with a whole lot of articles, and then we get to almost as many of them as we can. And as you know, we try not to go against the 3-hour mark, and we try to end by a certain time in the morning so as to let people get on with their day. So what I will say to you, Union Rep, is we do appreciate you wholeheartely here. We will get to that topic. We will get to that topic in the future. But James, y'all niggas ain't shit.
Y'all laughing at me? Don't laugh at me.
Logic blacked out his camera.
Y'all niggas ain't shit. Oh, let me pull that back because I was all in the show. Let me pull that back a little bit. So yeah, I definitely turned my camera off because I was like, y'all niggas was drooling. I didn't want to be part of that shit. We do things here. We come up with a whole lot of articles, and then we get to almost as many of them as we can. And as you know, we try not to go against the 3-hour mark, and we try to end by a certain time in the morning so as to let people get on with their day. So what I will say to you, Union Rep, is we do appreciate you wholeheartedly here. We will get to that topic. We will get to that topic in the future moment. You know what I mean? But James,
Y'all laughing at me? Don't laugh at me.
Y'all
thought it was my ex. Got crazy.
Nah, I mean, you're gonna watch the show on your own, but
Hey, listen, you ain't fit to just get up with the biker pants on, flexing like that, and we're not gonna make eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
listen.
It's o'clock in the morning.
No,
respectfully, what was that?
We knew you was cute. We ain't know you was fine. That caught us off guard.
Bing, bing, bing.
That's another Logic thing. He said that too.
I didn't say that one. That's all Steph. That's all Steph. What I will say is, if you see right there next to the mic, the 3 dots. Do you see it? That's why I try to explain to her how to. She figured it out. She figured out how to put an avatar and turn the camera off. Yeah, that was a moment. And Virginia's.
And listen, I hope that don't make her feel uncomfortable working with us, because it literally caught me off guard. I wasn't trying to be no perk.
Virginia Slim said Steph did the eyeball hand signal too.
I wasn't sure if they saw what I saw.
I hope so too. I'll say that, and I definitely, that's why I try to treat women with as much as respect as possible. I definitely don't want them to ever think that it's some old you're here just as eye candy, or you're just here to be objectified and all that. This ain't that type of show. However, I think she's cool. She's going. I think she's going through. She had a couple things happening family wise, so that's why she's not here right now. But she still appreciates us and have an opportunity to be up here. So I don't think we turn her off. But definitely we got to be mindful, because I don't know if you remember, but in that particular episode, we also, I believe it was that episode, the episode right before it, we was just talking about men sexually harassing women in like the workplace. I don't know if you remember that. We had just talked about that. We just
talked about that several times.
Right, but right before that happened, we had just talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So I remember being like, damn, I hope that nobody feels that is the case with what just happened. But I think she took it in stride. It was a joke that and she had the biker shorts on, you know what I'm saying? She stood up. So she learned her lesson, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say there was a lesson to be learned. I mean, she was fine.
She learned to turn the camera off if she got to stand up while she went. That's the lesson that was to learn. Brooklyn just said, the reason I chose that moment with you and J Doug is because you made it like Sway in the morning. You don't have the answers, Bob. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't like people putting words in my mouth, and I felt like that's what was happening. And like I said, there was a couple times where I feel like I got offended on the show. What about you, Steph? Is times where you feel your co-host offended you?
Y'all?
Yeah.
No, I've been frustrated because I felt like the point of view was so out of bounds and so off base. But as far as offended me personally, I've literally had pleasant experience with everybody that's been up here.
Right. I agree with that too. Like maybe offended is a strong word, but I feel like the closest I've got to being offended is when they spoke about Haiti always bringing up the revolution. That one episode, I'm like, yo, hell yeah, we're gonna bring that shit up. But outside of that, I feel like I feel the same way you feel. There's been times where it's been frustrated because we all talk about what we feel strongly about up here, right? But when we feel strongly about it and we talk about it and we dialogue about it, it leads to great conversation and watching for the viewer. But for us, we might leave the show a little frustrated. You know what I'm saying? We might have to, if we smoke, we might have to leave and go take a, take a smoke or whatever. But I feel like at the end of the day, we all kind of, it rolls off our sleeve, off our shoulder, and we get to the next day and we just keep it moving. You know
what? I'm about to say, I'm not even that dude. Like once the show's over, unless I said it was something personal.
Right.
The show over, I'm over it.
Right. I'm kind of the same way, but I might need, the show ain't over in my head for another 15, 20 minutes. I had to go roll up something, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it. I appreciate all the different point of views. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes the show so great. And also the other thing that makes the show so great is the actual audience. And with that being said, I think we committed to doing some sort of an audience award. I think that's what we came up with today. So we're going to have to organize a nice little audience award where we actually, we want to commend you guys, you know what I mean? Because everybody has their particular thing. Chris Jones is another person who keeps the Facebook lit. Like,
yeah.
Chris,
I'm
like,
a Facebook guy for sure.
Right. I don't even promote the Facebook link like that. It's just there as backup. You know what I mean? But Chris Jones is always there. Always there. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's here now to hear what I'm saying, but I hope he is. You know what I mean? Chris Jones is definitely always there. And there's a lot of people that we're missing right now. So we're going to have to formally sit down and do somewhat of an audience award. And we're gonna be, you know, giving you guys your roses because we really appreciate y'all more than you know. You know what I mean? We appreciate the comments, which is why we go through all the comments. And it's not because we must go through them. We could do a whole show without ever reading the comments, but we appreciate the comments. And I say that too to go back to the troll aspect. You know, we're giving you a voice, so don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. You know what I mean? And the fact that right now we're in a time and day where we can take information, turn it on its head, research it, see if it's real, see if it's something we believe, talk about it freely. Let's use this shit to do something productive. You know what I mean? Let's leave something behind, even if it's built in a lot of jokes, even if it's within the jokes. Let's leave something behind that really shows the world what our train of thought was in this time and day. Because I really think this audience is a special audience. They have jokes, but they're also smart. And I wouldn't want any other type of audience.
I was watching the clip last night, right? Because I was trying to go through a lot of clips, right? And I remember, like you said, as far as the jokes and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were just talking, and out of nowhere, Keenan Kong came in the comments and like, Stefan, he was like, Step got jokes remind me of Binky from Arthur.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that nigga just came out of nowhere. It had nothing to do with the show.
It's definitely we're gonna have to leave it up to a vote because between Keenan Kong and HB2 and probably them the dudes that we gotta vote on who's the fucking funny. You know what I mean? I might do a little marathon, we don't even call it marathons here on this network. We call it rant-a-thons, where I just play all of the episodes. You know what I mean? And just play all of them and
definitely 24 hours worth of content.
To plus. You know what I mean? So we might do that as we lead into the second season. We got some good news that we're going to tell you guys at the top of the second season. And we really appreciate y'all more than you know. This has been the morning rant. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Schoolboy. Thank you, Brooklyn Honcho, for pulling up. You already know what time it is. We're going to play a few music videos. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. And we're gonna play some motherfucking Mr. Esquire. We're gonna play
motherfucking Mr. Esquire.
Word up. We're gonna play some Mankind. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into some tunes. You know how we do. And let me see. Virginia Sim says this show has a nice balance of fuckery and facts. Salute, Virginia Sim. That's exactly what we aspire to do. So when we hear somebody that's watching us say that, it means a lot. That's what we aspire to do. You know what I'm saying? Miss Ravioli says peace with the closed fingers. Salute to you, Miss Ravioli. You know it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Miss Ravioli, you've been scratched. Brooklyn Honcho says y'all the best show on live. Salute to you, Brooklyn Honcho. Real talk, man.
My nigga.
I mean, and once again, this has been the Morning Rant.
Its intensity may be more than some wish to be exposed to.
Got a heart cold as gazpacho, pink furs like Lotso, hug and kiss with a dick long as the hot dog at Costco. Roll it like Nacho Picasso, but I don't box though. Just told the Roscoe to turn beef into sloppy joes. Nah, I'm blind, I don't shoot niggas, but that line was cold. Drum rockin' gorillas, so drive and slow down this winding road. Live live, die by the motto, that's the survival code. All who don't abide by it, swallow whole in this life is home. Project Dynamo, Simon Phoenix out the cryo zone. Be like, yo, you got it, bro. To hit niggas with body blows. Sneak niggas, watching Twin Peaks with Mystique niggas. She asked me who the shape chick to. I told her deuces, through a busy geek. I was banned from the bad bitches. Fire burn so pure in my heart, bro, I just had to hit him. X fell off, then tell me why none of y'all still ain't fucking with him. Blackballed them before, this time y'all gon' have to kill. You ain't met a motherfucker that could kill a motherfucker like that crazy motherfucker named Mr. Motherfucker. You ain't met a motherfucker that could kill a motherfucker like that crazy motherfucker named Mr. Motherfucker. You ain't met a motherfucker that could kill a motherfucker like that crazy motherfucker named Mr. Motherfucker. You ain't met a motherfucker that could kill a motherfucker like that crazy motherfucker named Mr. Motherfucker. Bow wow, bitch, I'm on some dog shit. Trapped up, hit 3 times, the 4th I skinny dip. Hit my bitch raw, that's my HIV test. If she ain't got it, I ain't got it. I won't hear nothing less, I guess. Cancel Mike, bitch, you got to cancel Elvis too. R. Kelly can rot in hell, but this music too good to mute. Oops, you telling me no more ignition while I'm dancing? But then I'm supposed to stand for the fucking national anthem. Suck a dick and get a clue. Bitch, reparations is due. A bunch of knuckle dragging clones rocking the Gucci fabric news. Fuck Prada, Burberry, fuck Louis Vuitton too. They ain't do nothing racist, but that's just in case they do. Shackles all inside of my mind, I had to break them off. Cowardice can only survive if you don't shake it off. Let's rap in New York, y'all should just admit y'all need me. Got a problem, don't tweet me, niggas. See me when you see me, motherfucker.
With this needle, I Dr. Depression. She'll end Esquire forever. What are you laughing for, bitch? You don't get to laugh. Only I laugh. I'm Dr. Depression. Let's kill this guy.
Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, text fire, German lager, ayahuasca, Jusha, thunder lager, ashwagandha, in Wakanda, with Lupita, tiger bomb. Call me Saya, sayonara, sake bomb. Sloppy seconds, it's still west, so I'ma try a Adderall. Super Saiyan dick, long as shit wrong. Bitch, I should've been on. Bitch, you should've been gone. Proton cannons, guns, long as Big Show. Fat white bitch, let me suck a tits and kinfolk, nigga.
That was harmful or dangerous. Somebody explain to me. What does this little face mean? Somebody tell it to me. Crazy. I must have struck this video that was harmful or dangerous. Somebody explain to me. What does this little face mean? Somebody tell it to me. Crazy. I must have struck a nerve, man. I had to. That was harmful.
They asked John, why your fucking skin so light? Cause Pops raped Mom by the shed one night. And my mom's was a slave and my Pops was white. Who thought black pussy was his goddamn right? Everybody say I look just like him. Same eyes, same nose, but I'm bright light skin. How could he disown me, knowing that he owned me? Plus I got a sister too, see I ain't the only. Tragic mulatto, that's a horse and a donkey. That ain't me, I'm a nigga in a honky. I ain't got a lot, but I got a pot to piss in. Plates is for the boogers, pans is for the shitting. When they eatin' is the only time I'm grinning. And when they hurlin', that's the only time I'm winning. Took a pistol from my Pops, gave that shit to my man. Now we got him a gun, and he got him a plan.
Mankind.
Yo. I was working in the field for the boss, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross, I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
Check. Yo, about to dive off the deep end. Black jockeys trying to win the Preakness. Yeah, I'm seeing sounds, this is synesthesia. A little reefer, a little pizza. Napoleon complexes, Little Caesars. From the pits of Giza to where the pizza leans. Lady Gaga, little monsters. Zombies bleeding, deceased carcasses. Chopped up so it's easy to eat, like read 'em and weep. Bet on that like the Belmont. Cell block hell, Mattel props. Van Gogh leaving them shell-shocked black jockeys. Trying to win Kentucky derbies. That's the charm fucking early. Crack a Dawn, orange juice, trying to duck the scurvy. Otherworldly, no alarm clock. Yup, I'm up as soon as the sun alerts me. Like, here comes the sun. Here comes the number one gunners on the block. Mankind, 101, son of none other than the mother son. All the time like the horse. All I think, run and run. That and only if I had another gun. They divide, make it back. They could add, they subtract. Took my life, I'm just trying to take it back. What is love? What the fuck is love?
Mankind. Yo, heard they trying to get a clue, cause the clan can't scout me. I ride like the wind to the end of the county. Somebody told me that they saw my picture with a bounty. I told them that the eagle and the hawk, them surround me. By the blood of God, bloodhounds never found me. Now I'm a wolf and my wolf pack rowdy. Howl at the moon, devour and consume. Get a gut feeling when your bowels start to move. What a rush, legion of doom. Doomsday preaching at noon. Prophesy since the seed in the womb. It's a heaven's plate wedding day. Dynamite sticks in the wedding cake. Got a lit fuse about to detonate. Let us pray. In war paint, red in my eyes, determined to live. Live free, ready to die. Mankind. I was working in the field for the boss, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross, I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
Nigga on a horse, nigga on an elephant, nigga winning wars, nigga in a roadster, nigga in a Porsche, nigga in a spaceship, nigga with the force, a nigga with a pen beat, a nigga with a sword, a nigga with an attitude, nigga with awards. One thing I ain't is a nigga with a boss, so I smile every time my niggas up in the source. Mankind.
What does this little face mean? Somebody tell it to me. Crazy. I must have struck a nerve, man. I had to. I don't know what I said, but I clearly struck a nerve.
Y2K shit. Wake up in the morning, the TV flash the signal. And ESP can hear the transistors in my earlobes. Cameras in the windows, cameras in my laptop, cameras in my windows. No move, they take a snapshot. Know somebody's watching, like MJ and that other dude. And your DMs, emails to mama, they check them too. Spank bang favorites and Amazon wish list. Algorithms, trigger words, they put me on they hit list. The 60s was a long time ago, but Abby Hoffman know we lost the war with capitalism, and now they trap the show. In the world where they commodify revolution, say you smart when you dumb, and when you smart, say you stupid. Likes and retweets, smileys and groupthing. We chasing dreams that really mean nothing, but somehow define everything. Seems every day that I'm forgetting how to feel. Artificial soul trying to quantify what's still real. I sit alone in my room on my laptop, wondering if I'm a sheep too. I look around on the train and I'm thinking, am I the only one who has a clue? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm paranoid, maybe I'm lost, maybe I got it wrong, but I can't shake the feeling of this nosedive. We're moving closer, Orwellian. Inksock regimen, quelling rebellions. War is peace, freedom is slavery. Ignorance, heaven, the dollar's God. Consumerism is the new religion we can't afford. Still pawning all our principles to get it and wanting more. Meanwhile in Darfur, chemical warfare slaughters newborns with amnesty over one's cosmic soul. While we binge watching Power, somehow I started to see that I wasn't watching TV, the TV was watching me. Babysitting, doing data analysis while I sleep. Suspended animation faces, the matrix is battery. Why these racist corporate Satans vacation in Waikiki? On the yacht performing fuck buck rituals by the sea. Manipulating everybody, they feed us live to the beast. So rack a lamp on appetite, protein powder for greed. Devour your dreams, replace it with compliancy and memes. Skynet one, somehow it seems we becoming machines. Mr. Macintosh, Johnny Mnemonics in search of we. Vol 7 said they listening while you driving your V. Eric Snowden said they watching you while you beating your meat. Walls closing in, pulling our privacy out from our feet. I think it's time that we come together, one that's zealous. Merge the black, white, and brown with the wisdom of the elders. Cause when we all unite, there ain't shit that they could tell us. Put a fist in the air one time if you a rebel and then say, I sit alone in my room on my laptop, wondering if I'm a sheep too. I look around on the train and I'm thinking, am I the only one who has a clue? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm paranoid, maybe I'm lost, maybe I got it wrong, but I can't shake the feeling of this nosedive, this nosedive.
But if you get to what the elites are into, their God says, you've got to get rid of these humans. I'm going to give you eternal life. I'm going to give you technology and this divine code.
Living in a simulation where the people's orchestrated speak the truth amongst the lost, and they still hate it. Why debate it? Any statement that brings changes, shit is major. How they cages, chemtrails and 5G. We need illegal herbs, not these crooked pharmacies. Please, snakes is working hard to split our families and hex our family trees. Paranoid, surrounded by some Caucasoids on the train observing me, knowing damn well they propelling white supremacy. Reptilians blocking out these cosmic energies with distractive entertainment remedies. Walking amongst these zombies in these streets. See my people dap them up. Remember that this shit's a dream and nothing's what it seems. Single mothers on the rise, niggas turning into bitches. Better recognize and forcing gay agendas right before our eyes. Rewiring and reconditioning the minds of little children, feeding lies, twisting paradigms. Hard for kids to see the signs updated by the ancients. Moving with the time, this shit's divine. Meet and greet with aliens all the time. They think I'm lying. See them flying saucers in the sky. Pedophiles up in the White House trying to keep us blind. Poison in our food supply. Object for them snakes just to stay alive. Fuck the enterprise. Universe beyond our side, and it's why stars align. Unlike evil dark energies from the other side trying to hijack minds.
sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things physically are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Floodlights from pig towers, hardcover hearts and brass, blast, posted sheriffs, leave them stinking like pump powder, with hot heads ignited of pig metal dicks.
Spice red rum. We sippin' spice red rum. Cheers, spice red rum. Cheers, spice red rum. Cheers, spice red rum. Cheers, spice red rum. By the blood of the first men, I baptize beasts, cure the meat of a cursed pig. Angels get wings every time that my work ends. I walk opposite of the earth spin, immersed in wildfire, sipping on the tears of town criers. For every victory is a child sired. You sound tired. So when the rubber hits the road, probably make your heart flutter, then explode. Suffer in your soul. Behold the contrarian wheel. It cuts deep like Valerian steel. We in a house like Marion Hill. Black power make an Aryan yield. Ask yourself how scary it feels. It's not a dream that you're having, you know. You sown seeds of discontent, then grieve when the casualties grow. This my death squad cavalry flow. We coordinated, sitting in position to flank in formation like. Put your swords in the air. Cheers. Swords in the air. Cheers. Swords in the air. Cheers. We sip the spice red rum. Cheers. Spice red rum. Cheers. Spice red rum.
Mankind, cactus jack, cactus jack, cactus jack, cactus jack.
Spice red rum.
Yo, by the blood of a pig, cut him up from his gut to his ribs. Yeah, nigga on a horse, puffin' a cig, big machine gun funk, sick machine gun pump. These dumb fucks are finna bleed. Big victory, this is Mr. T. Rockin' jewels, chewing cotton, sippin' tea. Mixed with spice red rum, it's the bloodlust symphony. Gun bust infantry, clap back in the jeans. Slave to the strap industry, strapped with a Mac with a beam. Back from the future like pew pew. Star Trek contact, hand to hand combat. All depends how you want that ass whooping handed to you. Either the pause or the blame until you ran up to you like, hand it to me, everything. I want it all, I'm not trying to bargain. I don't want to talk, you want it war. Now I'm drunken all day, I've been tripping, sipping
spice red rum. Cheers, 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 spice red rum.
He told me I was perfect. Counted the freckles on my nose and the dark chocolate he suckled. I suffered under loving him, but it was so good. I swear it was so good. Swear it was milk and honey and madness. Through lips smacked, I tasted his dreams. And they were like endless pastures and staring off cliffs to freedom land. They were like an eloquent soliloquies. They were like Negro spirituals, beautiful and pained and everything. He said he loves me nappy. Early morning, wild eyes and free, how I was meant to be. Said he smelled the sweat and determination in my fro before I burned it out. Before the grease took my worried brow, what are we now? He wonders since I don't look the same.
Chad. Madam C.J. Walker. Yeah.
Yo.
Shaq. Madam CJ lace you with the perm and you mad cause I ain't say a word. But would it be wrong to say that you were perfect how you were? Let's get it straight here, we going through it and we should be concerned. Let's get it straight here, we going through it and they should be concerned. Mankind. Nah, where'd your afro go? You were perfect how you were, girl, and that's no joke. There's no need to eliminate your kinks and curls to assimilate your nappy hair and your pretty face. Let's get it straight here, baby. You don't need straight hair to butterfly flutter where my stomach lies. With a time to be alive, it's been a great year. We finally free and they scared. I couldn't wait to play up in your scalp, but it seemed like everything changed since we made it from the south. We used to stay up in the house. You were shy, no patience for the crowds, no hatred. I'm just trying to figure out why you rather comb it down and pick it out. Cause if you did it for me, just know it's something I could live without. But if you did it for you, that's all I need to know. You're all I need to grow. Keep me close, even though Madam CJ lace you with the perm and you mad cause I ain't say a word.
Whoever said long hair don't care is a bald-headed liar. You're bald cause your head was on fire. I see the tracks of your tears and it's tearing me apart. I can't relax, I wear it on my heart. I wear it like my skin, it's wearing on me thin. Started losing my hair, I'm like, where do I begin? Sometimes I'm full of shit, it's clear that I depend on your support. I saw your hair and thought it was the end. Let's get it straight here, I dread falling out with you. I'd rather lock it down. Natural beauty, you should rock the crown. She said, stop throwing rocks at my throne. The hair that I rock is my own. I brushed it off, touched the soft, really checked it out, got turned on, about to sweat it out. Mankind. Intuition. You see your insecurities when peeking in the mirror. I taste divinity and how you season up the chicken. At time my heart beats to the sync of your rhythm. I'm a slave to your inner thighs. You a slave to the outer limits of my mind. And that's okay, you even trade cause trust is sublime. And what's love besides blindness leading the blind? But anyway, sperm hit the egg, now we multiply. And now our universal footprint is stamped in time. Forever. Sometimes I wonder what our daughter be like. I hope that everything I got wrong, she'll get right. I hope she never get her OnlyFans and mini-vids. I hope she always stay a virgin and have 6 kids. That don't make no sense.
Jump around if your man love your walk. Walk to the girl ever wine in a dance and get man on the act like them they are dove cut when them in your bed.
Slow, deep.
You want my body? Deep stroke. What is it? You want my mind? Deep stroke. I know what you want. Slow, deep stroke. She wants the slow, deep stroke. Her left leg with the slow, deep stroke. Sit down, girl, relax your mind. And let me pour you a glass of wine. That'll do your body right. You bad, huh? You naughty, right? Wow.
Look past your mind, look past your fears. Girl, dry your eyes, wipe all your tears. I know you feel it, I can feel it too. No matter where you run, I got my eyes on you. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, girl. Nowhere to run, nowhere to.
I need a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. I need a certified freak that can satisfy me, heal my pain. I need a thoroughbred bitch that can come and ride me, leave me dread. And when I bust off, she gon' whisper, come inside me, have my baby.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Damn, would you look good? Would you cut your hair some? Hey, come in. Sit down. You wanna watch Netflix? Yeah, it's my girl account. It's cool. You want some water or something?
Soul Train, mankind, yeah, seek advice, take a ride with us, see the sights, take a ride, baby, see the sights, read the signs, seek advice, make sure your lover always treats you right, and make sure the po-po read your rights. In any situation, baby, read it right. Stop waiting on the pearly gates to see the light. Feel the sunshine. Keep eating from that tree of life. Keep eating from that tree of life.
Wheatgrass, woodroot, stem cell research, resurrection, daylight, rebirth, reverse osmosis, reverse 360s, part oceans, dark seas, a half moon motion, motion pictionary areolas, I motorboat, finger pop a cherry cola can of the coldest coke overdose. I overspoke, red marks in my dossier, Cardinal haze, man, Cardinal sinning on a holy day, ocean spray, I'm a natural mystic, laughing at the pigs wearing lipstick for a French kiss. There's no pork on my fork in a rose scholar, no nickel bags for $4. Just roast sour cream, bleach flour for the sourdough. Baby mama got the baby shower glow after birth, after earth when it fires the Commodore. Soul train lines to your mama's door, mankind.
See the sights, read the signs, seek advice. Make sure your lover always treats you right, and make sure them po-po read your rights. In any situation, baby, read it right. Stop waiting on the pearly gates to see the light. Feel the sunshine. Keep eating from that tree of life. Jag eating from that tree of life. I turn a road to a racetrack, a boat to a spaceship. High as the soul train rolls through the station on the road, cause my soul don't flow with the basic. No, and my nose don't go when you take shits. Patience, hospital beds, and bedpans. That gold don't glow in your grave, cause when you leave, you can't take shit. Blake Griffin, barber with the clipper. Long John throbbing through the zipper. Bong rips, non-sicker. Foreign flicks, bars of liquor. Politricks, politicians. Modern fiction, hogs and chickens. Infant eggs in your gumbo. Gummo, kids with AIDS. Garlic grits, fish fillets. Whoa, came from Harlem where they glisten gray. Whoa, white people don't see color. Whoa, but they sick of made flowers on a coffin bullet. Ricochet, jigger sipping lemonade. See the sights, read the signs, seek advice. Make sure your lover always treats you right, and make sure them po-po read your rights. In any situation, baby, read it right. Stop waiting on the pearly gates to see the light. Feel the sunshine. Keep eating from that tree of life. Keep eating from that tree of life. Mankind, Cactus Jack, you love mankind.
Black bodies in the water, in a place where they cannot float. White folks looking at me like you can't get in my boat. Get in my boat. Black bodies in the water, in a place where they cannot float. White folks looking at us like you can't get in my boat. Get in my boat. Mankind, as much as I gave, cause if you gave as much as I gave to you, cause if you gave as much as I gave to you, 40 acres in a mule, 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 40 acres in a mule. 40 acres in the mule, bitch, we talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' crazy. Like trick, you gon' crazy.
You know your deficit is decadent. Poor souls, you were never rich. Unseasoned, uneven. Odds are you done bleeding. You've only one cheating, is the sun season. Melanated love bug Starsky, wild style wildlife safari, manual labor party, party affiliations, lobbyist litigation, ungodly, God body divinations, divine non-deliberations, deliver us from Satan, expedited, deliver us from waiting, it's overdue, deliver us a payment, cash on delivery, deliver to the last of a living breed. How much? Enough to last till infinity. The question that I ask of my enemy, remember me?
As much as I gave to you, cause if you gave as much as I gave to you, 40 acres in a mule, 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 bitch, you talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' crazy.
Mankind, yo, fluid as the sweat on my brow. I was riding a wave, just another head in the crowd. Hesitant, slave to the regiment, off letters, head in the clouds. Brand new testaments, medicine vows, sedatives for the predicate felons involved in drug peddling. In 1 week, they make less than 1,000, but put their lives on the line. They mind state like grind all the time, fine dine, fuck whining, bust guns, fuck thotties, hug blocks, bust shotties, fuck cops. One time try and stop me, but I ain't dying. I ain't trying to hear why I do this or why I'm firing this 9 at you kids. Why I'm wildin', why my mind is ruthless. Why I'm crying while I ride the stupids. It's something you did. If you just gave me mine, but you didn't.
As much as I gave to you, cause if you gave as much as I gave to you, 40 acres in a mule, 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 bitch, we talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Like trick, you gon' pay me. Talking reparations. Like trick, you gon' crazy. Like trick, you gon' crazy.
Hey yo, you can catch me riding through the town as it slowly morphs. Old Brooklyn, every corner got that holy cross. Slow motion in the sexes, later ladies cross. Salute, they came before. Knew you from baby drawers. There's new money on the block. I see Mercedes, Porsche, a couple regulars, but these niggas high level developers. Fuck your office, come at you sideways. No level up, I'm copping me some property. You're probably some poppy seed farms. Like fuck it, y'all, I need me a side hustle. Sell bagels to Jews, cable to Fox News. Look who's coming to dinner, where everyone's got a seat at the table, but not you. Word to Shirley, baby. Reverse the spell, trying to turn me crazy. I'm getting out, yeah, I'm buying in. I'm selling out, going roll, going try my hands. Bitch, better try again.
A body's always dropping, and all our babies watching. They chased him down and blocked him off and lodged him while they shot him. First they chased us down, locked us up, the profit off of cotton. And they chased us down, hung us up, and smiled while someone shot it. The universe is listening, but the devil's always. A body's always dropping, and all our babies watching. They chased him down and blocked him off and lodged him while they shot him. First they chased us down, locked us up, the profit off of cotton. And they chased us down, hung us up, and smiled while someone shot it. The universe is listening, but the devil's always plotting. So your prayers ain't loud enough because he only talks in violence. A secret code of silence that they use to maintain dominance. Those votes don't come with bullets, so tell Biden, fuck up out it. If a nigga take your chain, you go kill him. In the streets, that's crystal clear. Massa put them chains on you, give you 100 years. The heaviest chains be the ones that you can see there. The ice so cold, blind your third eyes, optics, American pie a la mode. Yeah, every bite's rotten. They shot him on his couch while he was eating Haagen-Dazs. They even shot her in her sleep, and she was out there saving lives. They shot Tamir for playing, he shot them just for praying. Then the cops went out and copped them Burger King with extra fries. The cops the KKK and they ain't even trying to hide. I went and copped the big AK and then I got it supersized. I grabbed my vest up off the dresser, laced my boots up extra tight, kiss my wife and hold my daughter, hope I make it through the night. But if I don't, won't go out bleeding, I'll go out squeezing. Just like Gavin Long and Micah X, they both have valid reasons. When you shackled in the pressure, color justified your death. They yelling at you, stop resisting with their knee inside your neck. And that's just some shit that I'm supposed to sit back and accept. Fuck a check, ain't no rest until I get that cracker's head, nigga.
Blast that gat in your mouth.
The Klan no longer just wears white hoods and white sheets, but now the Klan wears black robes and sits on the judge's bench to rule from the courtroom. The Klan now wears blue uniform, carries a badge or a shield and a legal quote-unquote weapon. 2 or 3 brothers so bad, I'm blind, I'm crip. Damn white men come, you throw the guns under the damn car, throw the damn guns in the bushes, you make 50 niggas stand up against the wall, one peck of wood. I don't never read about no drive-bys at the police station. I never heard of you shooting at the police station and busting on a cracker while they eat Dunkin' Donuts. You ain't got the heart, but you'll kill your own.
Fire, nigga. I'm on fire right now, fuck, nigga. I had the biggest comeback, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga. Wrote this with my eyes closed, or rose in Moscato. Intuition, inner visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal with dollars. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky close. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tassels, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel, outlaw, reckless, vato, ghetto, desperado. Aim the Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Tyclos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is a shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Fofo throws in 2 hoes, loopholes out with pool holes. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. The Jama Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's worth the gauchos.
You